I've left my mic on. Hello. Ah, fucking love when I forget to do that. Hello, 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 hello. Let's get this all up there. Go. Shit, my coffee's too hot still. Fuck. I don't know if I left this in the middle of a turn or at the end of a turn or where I left this off. I don't think I've got any armies that are needing to be moved. No. But these fleets can actually move westward to continue the blockade I've got going against the Scipii. There should be an army over this way somewhere. Oh yes, it's still forming. Trentum can't really give anything up. Croton could, but I'm not gonna leave without any defense. Hello, Louis. Let's see, what can I actually? Oh, this is the army. This is the army that's going to Sicily. You can go there and grab a boat. Sicily's all blockaded. Oh, the Scipii have no trading ports. Ha ha ha. It looks like there's no very, very, very little trade going between Dimity and Egypt. Fantastic. I want to go into the list scroll real quick, just to make sure that all my settlements are doing what they can. You can get higher taxes. Lugnan, can you build legionaries? You can. You can also build archers. Build some archers. I'd like to get archers and legionaries wherever I can. Because they're going to be the backbone of the armies. It'll go up against Egypt. How can I not build legionaries in Lebanon and Trier? Right, Carthago Nova's building horses for me. Alessia, Deva... Okay, these guys can do nothing. I think everything is producing... Ah! No, it's not. Quincum is not producing what it can. This is all the fun of Rome. Making sure that all of your admin work is in place. True Roman simulation. Did I see retrain? Retrain... Oh, they can't. Carthage can get... Carthage, I think, needs more than just a few things, because I think I just took Carthage this turn. City... Large Temple of Baal, no. No, that shall not do. I would go with... Actually, I can go with Kerry's. And then public baths after that. You know, I go with high taxes will do. Hey, Witchy. Dow. Let's see. Yeah, that's gonna be that for this turn, for sure. The Admiral Vibius can come out of port there and just go over there. Now we get naval nonsense. As the Brutii and Scipii desperately try and free themselves up. Good commander, drill master, not very good. Oh wait, no, drill master. Yeah, not very good. We'll get him. Can be it. Oh no, Decius Victor's dead. Who's the new faction leader then? Greek cities and Pontus have gone to peace. Athens can't build anything. Yuvum can build. Let's see. Public order 95 at normal. Growth 3. Crop rotation. Lugnum. Growth 2. 120 with normal. Scriptorium would be nice. Narbo's got an aqueduct. That's all the public health buildings I can get. Low 195. 1.5. Yeah, let's go with something that'll hopefully grow things up a bit more. We're going to Yakum. 85, 3 normal. Drop rotation for population growth and a bit of money. That Avorum has grown. You can get a dockyard immediately. You love this game. This is a good game. And that Iridonum has also grown. You can get public baths. And Croton now has an aqueduct. Communal farming will be helpful. Capuo's got a blacksmith, irrigation. Corinth has a dockyard, which means it's now going to be making a bit more money. Get yourself public baths. Carthage has a shrine to Keres, is now building public baths. Kurt has got a shrine to Keres. Get yourself public baths, and I'm going to have to be defensive there. We do have quite a few archers in their stone walls, so that's good. Campus has repaired stuff. That's all the stuff that needed doing. Publius Latinius. Where is Publius Latinius? You are sitting in Lowosike. Or Lowoki Sike. You can stay there. Placus Alias. Cornelius Agricola. Cornelius Agricola is 16 and is already married. Julianus the Handsome is a grain merchant. Lentus Julius has a grain merchant. Lentus Julius is a master smith. Amulius Agricola has an artist. Fantastic. Vicus Marcomanii has expanded. Governor's Villa can go there. End of turn report. We made 4 grand that turn. That's fine. Kurt is under siege. That's... I'm surprisingly okay with that. Trier needs to actually get a drop in taxes. I think that's the only settlement that was unhappy. Right. So Kurt is under siege. As is... now... Thapsus. 2 siege towers, 3... 2... 1... Yeah, 2 siege towers, 2 rams. We'll just maintain that siege because they have large stone walls, no doubt. Yep. Tingy is going to come under siege soon. Oh, Cordoba's unhappy. Why is Cordoba forever unhappy? Why won't you love me, Cordoba? Now suddenly they're happier. Not happy enough to go to very high taxes. Yes, the army being built out by Marseille to get brought wherever it needs to be is doing well. Doing actually very well. It's coming together nicely. Can you pick up anything of use? No. The army making its way down through Italy. Segestica's unhappy. Why is Segestica unhappy? Because it's got a... yeah, let's get some peasants being built in Segestica. The army coming down here is doing well. You can go to that. Right, that's all legionary cohorts, yes? There's a few early legionaries in there as well, that's fine. Let's get some archers. And some cavalry. Now naval nonsense. There was a Scipio ship up here, it's still there, fantastic. I'll just move you there, move you in to take that out. Hopefully, nope, it's decided to move up towards Segestica or Segesta, which is not good. I'm going to do something a bit odd. I'm going to blockade the Egyptians. Because I'm going to be going to war with the Egyptians soon anyway.
Set sail.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and move 4 ships
Aye, Captain. The fleet cannot go there.
into... No, I can't.
Prepare.
Let's take out this... Whoops.
Row for your lives.
Slight miscalculation.
Sir. Ready to sail.
Let's take out the Scipii fleet here.
Victory.
And move that fleet in to blockade the Egyptians completely.
Aye, Captain.
Admiral Galerius and his 32 men are probably my most experienced army.
Victory.
Please tell me, Carthage, you can retrain Admiral Galerius. Yes. Fantastic. Right. How did you get out of the port?
Prepare to engage.
No, you're not being allowed to survive this. Over here,
Aye,
we can kind of continue moving stuff around.
Yes, Captain. Out of move, sir. Aye, Captain. Set sail. Ready
Moving
to sail.
a lot of
Aye,
our
Captain.
fleet to the
Fleet
west,
ready.
east.
Set sail. No more
I
move,
don't know why I
sir.
keep getting mixed up
Ready
between
to
east and
sail.
west, but I do.
Yes, Captain. Out of move, sir. Aye, Captain. Aye, Captain.
The aim here is just to
Ready to sail. Prepare to engage.
establish and maintain naval
Yes,
dominance.
Captain. No more move, sir. Aye, Captain. Aye, Captain. Out of move, sir. Ready to
Hello, Matthew.
attack.
There we go. There's no navy up there. That's gonna be
No
fine.
more move, sir.
That Egyptian fleet is now trapped. This army of legionaries is coming down.
Out of move, sir.
What else can I do in this turn? I don't want to do a sally forth in Curta.
Ready to sail.
As strange as that sounds, is Cordoba producing legionaries? Cordoba is producing legionaries. Carthago Nova is producing Roman cavalry. Very nice. Scalabus is a buttload of stuff here, apparently. Scalabus, what are you hiding?
Yes.
A diplomat force. Hey, rebels! How much, 14 grand, okay. Cheaper than an army.
Your honor.
Well, you can...
Out of move.
Yeah, you can start making your way down. We might be able to negotiate something with the Egyptians. Or even... No, the Numidian settlement is now Egyptian. Let me think. Oh yeah, I've got this giant-ass army over by campus.
Sir. Prepare for battle. Moves depleted, sir.
Your Honor? Searching for clues.
You are now a better spy. Fantastic. That is an army that'll be easily overrun. Fantastic. You got a 2/3 chance of getting into Paralisum for some reason. Right, Thessalonica is ours as well. This army wants to head over towards Byzantium. Yeah, let's move you over towards Byzantium. We got another army being built up south here. With resources from kind of all around. How many archers do you have? You already got your 4 archer contingent. Fantastic. And we got another contingent of archers in Thermon ready to go anyway. Thessalonica, you have a spy.
Spying.
Just training up by going into various armies. This army is gonna just collapse at the hands of this army. Complete with onagers. Let me look here. Paralisum is going to fall in probably 3 turns time. That's fine. Yes, I forgot about this fleet over here. That its entire job is to shuttle troops from London. And what I want to do is I want to try and build an army as much as I can. In London, bring it down to Batavium. Actually, it'd probably be faster to come across land. If I was building an army to come across the Mediterranean, I'd move it by sea. But the army from London's going to have to move by land. I think that's going to do it for this turn.
Ready to sail.
Well, I could do with moving
Out of move, sir.
my
Ready to
navy
sail.
a
Aye, aye,
bit.
Captain. Out
You
of
need to come
move,
up
sir.
here.
Fleet ready. Aye, aye, Captain.
You can come up here as well as a reserve fleet. You're good. You can come through that little strait there.
Set sail. Moves depleted, sir.
Yeah, that's going to be it for this turn.
Fleet ready.
Let's see what happens in the end turn. Forgot about the diplomat I was moving. Hate fighting Scythians because of horse archers. They kind of suck. Hello, Mazzy. It's Navy dead, unfortunately. Tingy, as expected, is now under siege. And, oh, the army besieging Thapsus is now in a bit of trouble. Actually, in quite a lot of trouble because I've just realised I've got no archers. Now, if I win this battle, I get the city.
You know my reputation. I would not choose to send you to your deaths unless it were absolutely necessary.
That's my easy gunner.
Those overly proud Romans over there are the Scipii. They think they are our equals. I think they are dead men. If we win here today, we do far more than just defeat an army. If we win, we take a city from the enemy. We weaken them. We take their riches, their holy places, their lands, their women folk. But the winning, that is for you to do. Are you men enough for the task? We stand on the defensive today. Let them wear themselves out against our battle.
Hello, monster. Tommy.
There is no advantage in numbers to either side. Therefore, skill and courage will be the keys to this day's battle. Yet, for all that, we are the stronger within ourselves. We are the greater warriors. Our many horsemen will have good hunting today, as the enemy is weak in spearmen to counter them. Many times I have faced this enemy, and many times I have beaten them. Today, when we win, this victory will be yours as much as mine. Some claim that I do not have the skill to ambush a dead fish. This is a fine joke and obvious nonsense. I smile whenever I hear it, and your actions today will put paid to that old lie. Today we make our own fates. The omens may say that we face disaster, but I choose to think differently. Can any true man do otherwise? Brave Romans, prepare to defend yourselves! Units, on my order!
Right. Encouragingly, we've got the high ground here. So the ballistae can stay where they are. I want my general, bizarrely enough, facing this direction away from the battle. Because the main battle is going to be there. But my general, what do they have? That's not enough for a single general's unit to deal with. It's too much, I should say. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my entire cavalry contingent away from the main battle. They've got an onager! I did not factor in that they'd have siege equipment. Fire at will with flaming ammo. What is it that they're firing at us? Yeah, onagers. You two, hopefully you guys are on the same side. Yes. You two come back from that, because I need you to take out the onager. And you three, I'm going to group you up. Take out the Auxilia first. Or you could go after the Auxilia and the early legionary cohort at the same time. Why not? Their Auxilia... Oh no, that was my horse that's broken. Okay. The early legionary cohort should break, and then the Hastati will break shortly after. Come on. This unit have regrouped. That is the early legionary cohort. Come on. Right, you two. You've got a nearly clear run to the onager. Come on, take out the Hastati, guys. Come on.
Great gods be praised! The enemy general is killed! Fear makes a home in our enemies' hearts!
It's not worth fighting the Auxilia if I can avoid it. Right, down the main bit of the battle. They're throwing their troops directly at my front line, which is pretty much perfect. Numidians are being chased off by Equites. They can engage. You guys, where are you guys? You guys, I want you to try and come in over here and kind of attack their general. Two. You guys have a clear run at the onagers. So get their onagers. Libyan mercenaries, take out the legionaries, please. Numidians, I want you on the legionaries as well. You guys sort out this.
It would be better for your general to fall on his sword than live another day. He is running away!
Oh, my general got kind of ambushed by the Auxilia. Gonna need my cavalry back over here as soon as possible to do some shock troop movements. Their onager is gone. Take out the archers. As silly as it sounds, this battle's far from over yet. Because as bad as it looks right now, I've still got ostensibly the cavalry advantage. Hey, this is GD and whoever else is watching. I've not been watching chat at all. I've been a bit busy focused on this battle. So where's my general compared to their units? Can you sneak down this side, please, sir? So that's a unit of archers gone. Early legionary cohort, that's going to be a potential issue. But if the cavalry is going to be awesome, yes, and pretty much form its own flanking maneuver. They've only got 58 men in that cohort. This should collapse pretty quickly and pretty easily. In fact, it's already collapsed. Just wipe out as many as you can, and then move on to the cavalry auxilia. You guys over here. Sort out the early legionary cohort. The auxilia are running away. That's kind of fine. I'm surprisingly okay with that. I lose my cavalry, I've lost the battle. I have lost the battle. Quite significantly badly as well. That didn't go well. That did not go well. But it has reinforced one thing in my mind. And that one thing is that the general's about to die. Fucking hell, you idiot. Withdraw.
Roman honor is intact, but our Roman glory lies in tatters after this defeat.
If you bastards kill my general, I am wiping out every single person who ever wore blue. Hello, Hairboard. Hello to Montana. Right, so my big army in Taps is dead. No, you're not marrying a 56-year-old, you fucking slut. Queen comes grown. Fantastic. I can queue that up, that's fine. Faction announcements. Decimus Julius has doubtful courage. Fantastic. Arona's got a scriptorium. Build a catapult range. Comanche's got public baths. Build crop rotation. Leslie's got an academy. Archery range would be helpful. More mines. More mines. We always need more mines. Better roads in the UK. Better roads all round is a good thing. Let's upgrade the wall there and see if that does anything. Sparta's got a dockyard. Oh, it's being blockaded. How cute. Irrigation. Bump the taxes up slightly. As long as it's got a temple of carries, crop rotation would be helpful.
Orders.
The end of the Brugii is near.
Engage the enemy.
Because we've got two quite large armies just a turn away from two Brugii cities that can then converge. This army can go to there.
No more moves, sir.
It can drop 3 generals off.
General.
As well as actually all of these. Oh, you. Do you want to disband these guys? Why not? They can pick up all these legionaries. You need 1 archer and 1 horse. 1 archer. The horse will be coming next turn.
General.
And 1 more legionary. So Capua, if you can build a legionary cohort for me, please.
Fleet ready.
Then this will be a pretty good army. And these guys can construct a fort to live in.
Build fort. General.
If you pop out briefly, some mercenaries just as an emergency backup situation if needs be. Now, what can I do over here? Ah, the Brugii have roads. That's potentially issues. The Greeks still exist. I think that's the biggest surprise so far today, is the Greeks still exist. So Curta and Tingi are both under siege. That is decidedly not ideal.
Ready to sail. Set sail.
I want you to try and approach this Scipii faction here, in fact. Who has got an okay army, but we've got a buttload of war dogs and horses. We should actually, as stupid as it sounds, be able to beat that army back pretty easily. I want to retrain all these guys. Oh. It's just that 1 unit needed retraining, so that's fine. You guys can Why did you go...
Forward. Joining forces.
Right.
General.
2 more archers. One of which is in Lugdunum currently. And then you'll need 4 horse. So we can cancel this. And in 4 turns we'll have a perfect army there. Greeks prepare for their heroic return. I somehow doubt the Greeks will have a heroic return. So sitrep. Very quickly. We've got Northern Europe pretty much under wraps. Scythians are allied with us. We're fine there. I do want to take out this northern territory that I can't remember the name of. Which apparently has not been... There's a little village up there that I want to take. The Parthians have for some reason taken the entire western edge of the map except for... Oh no, they actually have taken the entire eastern edge of the map. Armenia is reasonably large. Pontus and the Greeks not only still exist, but are kind of over and back at war with each other. Halicarnassus is just a rebel city still. And Egypt has taken pretty much the entire south of the map. Also, it would appear as if there's a... Yeah, Babylonia was rebel for a bit, and now it's Egyptian. So the Egyptians actually have... 1, 2, 3... 3 wonders, maybe 4. Whereas we just have the statue of Zeus. I think logical thing is taking the Colossus of Rhodes and then the Temple of Artemis as well as the Mausoleum of Halicarnassus. Can I engage that British army? Nope, but it'll get me a little space closer. This army here, it'd be great if it could have a general. Does this need more horse? Could do with 1 more horse. So you can join in the fun. Train up legionary cohorts for a bit. Athens. This legionary cohort is required for this army. We look 4 archers, 1, 2, 3, 4 horse. So this is all legionaries, and a general would be nice if there is one available. Which it would appear there is not in Greece anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Placus the Wrathful and move you over to the coast here. Get this fleet, take out the Scipii. Get this fleet kind of up towards you. We'll move you over to here. Get this army to meet up with you there. And then probably cart you over to Halicarnassus. Now the fun of just wiping out the Brugii ships comes in, where naval nonsense happens once again. Let's see, go there. This is one of these points where I'm just kind of moving across in a wave so that I can see as much of the map as possible. In one go. Could I... Aha! My best fleet is ready. This is quite obvious that I'm not screwing around, because I've just got fleets everywhere. I mean, I sent 2 fleets to take out 15 men. If I really wanted to start a war with the Egyptians right now, I could. This blockade up here of this Egyptian ship is to start the war with the Egyptians, because we can take out that ship pretty easily. It's got 18 men. It's a Birame. We can start the war with the Egyptians whenever we want, effectively. But the main priority right now is getting troops located in Sicily. Check out Messana, Syracuse, and Libyum. And once we get those taken out, we should be pretty cushy. 1, 2, 3. You need 4 horse. Barbarian cavalry mercenaries aren't even worth thinking about. We could send you guys up, and it'll take you 3 turns to get there. Yeah, let's send you 2 up. Can you get over to the Scipii faction here this turn? No. There's a dude over here.
Can I be of service?
Heading towards Campus City. No, they're not willing to sell their cities to me for some reason.
I shall speak with them at once.
I'm gonna try and buy off a couple of Brudii armies though. I've got 162,000. Should be able to buy off a couple of armies with that. Because Gothai's got a very yeah, these towns kind of need large garrisons. Hello, Dal. Yellow, a gamer, Korolyuk. Right. As annoying as it is to lose the army that was besieging Thapsus, that's kind of fine. Carthage, can you very quickly just like build as many archers as you can? Because we're going to need them to defend. Carthage can't do anything. Tingi can't do anything. Could Tingi have built archers this entire time? No. So Tingi has the unfortunate situation of Ecclesiastes II. Thank you, Your Holiness, for subscribing.
Aye, Captain. Yes, Captain. Out of move, sir. Aye, Captain. Aye, Captain.
This army, yeah, can just be dropped off real quick. Navy can move back into London.
Fleet ready.
And the army can start moving down towards Batavium. It should be able to take it out pretty easily. Yeah, the army can start moving down towards Batavium. If you please. There we go. This army here is going to be carted across to possibly Sicily. We might need 2 big armies there. And losing North Africa wouldn't be the end of the world. We've got naval superiority. Oh, sorry, Ecclesiastes. You're actually Ecclesiastes III. My bad, wrong pope. Right, Kurt is now coming under attack from a much larger force. Which does have onagers, ballistas, and siege equipment, but it's got legionary cohorts and 1 single unit of archers. We, as stupid as this sounds, with an army twice as strong as us, we should be able to win this. We should be able to win this battle, as silly as this sounds. Because we've got the archer advantage, and that's going to be able to take out their siege equipment entirely.
There are many roads to victory. Today our road will be filled with skulls. Remember this, and show no mercy.
I never show mercy.
Today we face those proud Romans, the
Mercy is
Scipii.
for the weak.
They are worthy enemies, but enemies nonetheless. The city's people look to us to save them. If we are to keep them from slavery, rape, and slaughter, then we must hold firm. There can be no quarter.
So the plan is,
if needs be, this is
I'm
where
gonna
we die.
launch nothing
But
but
if we
flaming
don't come
arrows.
to that, we shall fight like true warriors and prevail. They seem keen to throw their lives away in an assault. Well, it would only be polite to send them to the afterlife. They have a slight advantage in numbers, but our good spirits should counter
A
that
slight
great
advantage. A slight
enemy.
advantage.
The enemy deserve no better than to be shot down. Let us do this and conserve our strength. Many times I have faced these people, and still they are too stupid to learn their lesson. Today, men will die to teach them afresh that they should simply run away.
See, the thing is I can throw my entire army away 3-4 times over
Victory
here.
and glory to Rome.
Because I'm going to have the majority of my... Well, the plan is I'm going to have the majority of my heaviest troops covering the plaza. Which would be actually all of my legionaries. So what I'm going to do is the cavalry and the legionaries group up there like that, and come back over here, just sit in the plaza like that. The archers, meanwhile, are going to be... You look like you're going to try and attack this wall here. Which, actually, that's a dumb wall to try and attack, but okay. So aren't you firing flaming ammo? You can come down here, use flaming ammo. You guys, flaming ammo. Let's start the battle. Everybody's immediately firing. Can you guys can hit the onagers? Yeah, I want you guys firing at the onagers. That is truly a best case scenario. Because if we can take out the onagers, that's them in a lot of trouble. You guys, I want firing at the siege tower, which is exactly what you're doing. Because if we can get the siege tower to catch fire, that's the siege tower out of the equation. And quite a lot of their power as well. Just out of the equation because they'll, except for these ladders, have no realistic way of getting up onto the wall. Siege tower's down, fantastic. One onager is now down. Second onager is about to go down as well. This is going well. This is actually redressing the balance of power. You guys can stop firing flaming rounds and just fire actual arrows. They will do a bit more damage that way. Don't need you guys. Is that the second onager down? That is the second onager down. Fan dabby doozy. You guys, fire on the ballistas. Don't need the onager crew dead. Although it's pretty much dead. Want the ballistas down next. That's going to be the next kind of major target is the ballistas. I want to get their siege equipment out of this equation. And ballistas, I believe, are weaker than onagers, so it'll take less ammo. They are firing at, I think, the gate, maybe the wall. They won't be able to take out the wall with the ballistas. But just to be 100% sure, I want these guys out of the equation. Ballista crew's down to 14. 18 Auxilia manning a ram. We've got more than enough arrows to take out both ballistas and probably both crews. Over on this side of things, we've been... Okay, this legionary cohort has in fact just formed a testudo, which is perfectly fine. Can you guys fire on the Auxilia, which can't form a testudo? Over here, the big question is whether we'll take out the ballistas first or the ballista crews first, because they're down to 10 men. And I think they're firing at my archers, which is rude. One ballista's down. And the ballista crew is down to 6. Auxiliary are still at 18. Once this ballista is down, I'm going to go after the ram. Because again, this is just damage mitigation and damage control. Two men left on the ballistic crew. The ram is on the move. Come on. Bliss is down. Take out the ram. And you guys are gonna need to take out the ladders. You guys here. I'm gonna need you to fire on this legionary cohort that's got the ladders. As annoying as this is, we may have done enough damage to this ram so that it's gonna go down regardless. Now, the ladders are likely to actually make it up to the wall. Which annoyingly is gonna mean they'll get troops up on the wall. Unless this legionary cohort falls. So we've got 2 units of archers firing on it. It's down to 77 men. Hello. This legionary cohort might fall. Especially if it tries to go in here, because I can move archers there fairly quickly. Over here, the ram is down. Fantastic. You guys here fire on the legionary cohort with the ladders. The ram is down. That's another avenue of potential attack mitigated against. So both of you guys should now be firing on the legionary cohort that's got ladders. The legionary cohort with ladders here just has the men on the ladders. In fact, they've lost a ladder. They're down to 40 men. If I can get rid of any potential avenue they can use to get up on the walls, that's this battle over. Just done. The archers over here, however, have used all their ammunition. No, you guys need to be on this legionary cohort here. Not that one over there. Now I think they will get up onto the walls, which is a bit of a shame. We don't have ranged units here now. And just to ensure defense, I will be using the remnants of the archers here to take... We'll be using the archers here as a defense mechanism to... Are you just attacking random shit? Oi! Stop. Oh good, you've used all your ammo. And you were just firing off at a random group of auxilia over here. Right. I need to see what these guys want to do. Because it's gonna come down to what they decide to do with the ladders. If anything. We've killed 39% of their army, we've lost 1%. These generals do talk a lot of smack. It's amazing. You guys done firing at random shit now? Are you gonna actually... You know, fire on what I want you to fire on, which is this legionary cohort that you can't possibly take out with a tiny amount of ammunition left. Over here, what's going on? They're kind of forming up into some sort of formation. But they're losing a lot of men to do so. In fact, they've lost a lot of men to do so. Go Romans! Well, the Romans will win this battle one way or another. I'm just not sure what's gonna happen here. I mean, theoretically they've got the advantage. But in reality we've got 2 cavalry units. And fresh new legionaries, which for some reason my army is moving. Where are you guys trying to go? Get back to where you're meant to be. Alright, what's going on over here? Are they just gonna stand there? Have I done something that's confused the AI to the point where they're not gonna do anything?
They're attacking us!
Nope, they're going to put the... Okay, this lot are putting their ladders up. This lot are not. Now, where those ladders are going might be... Are they putting the ladders up? They're putting ladders up for sure.
Erect the ladder!
Which...
The ladders have reached the walls, but Roman steel will keep the enemy out.
That's kind of fine. I'm going to wait for them to get up onto the walls themselves. And now... You guys attack. You guys attack. Over this side of things. You guys, in theory, should be able to defend yourselves, so we'll just bring the second unit of archers over here as well. So the archers are my first line of defense. They're going to fall. This is, you know, it's not a tactical move at all. The archers are going to fall. The aim is just to have as many men as possible on the other side killed, just as a course of action. Now, one thing I do know about the AI is they tend to not try and take the walls. They'll kill all my archers, yeah, but they won't actually try and take the walls. Get the cav out and hit them from behind. No, I have a better plan. Let's see, where is the straightest line from there? Does this only have one... This only has one method of entry, doesn't it?
The walls are no longer ours.
Okay.
The enemy have taken them.
That's actually really good, because I can just stretch my cohorts out from there to there. Have them all fire at will. Because there's no way in here. My cavalry can be a backup force here. You can slam through my own line. Now, the odds are, and I'm going to verify this real quick, if I were to line up my legionaries here as a wall, that would be it. I would win. And as expected, the Scipii are not in fact trying to take the walls, they're just trying to get down and out as quickly as possible, which means the towers are going to shoot them. In fact, the towers are shooting them right now, which is fantastic. It's doing them damage they don't need to take. And quite a lot of damage at that. So they are coming exactly the way that I predicted. Fantastic. So I'm gonna have to real quick rejig this a bit. There. There. Yes, they are coming in exactly how I thought. There. That is not what I've told you to do. That is in no way where I told you to go. So the plan was, all along, to actually cause them, to get them into in here, after taking heavy losses. Because they're winded. We've got completely fresh troops here. You know, we've got an entirely fresh army. And their cav is starting to fall apart. The Roman cavalry is gone. The enemy general is gone.
Press forward so the spirit of his
And the
army is
hope
broken
here
too.
is we should be able to take the general out. Yes!
The general is slain, and
Fantastic.
now his men fear us. It is time to press the attack.
Right, let's regroup. You're now my largest group. You guys can block off there. You can block off here. You can block off here. You can block off here in conjunction with first group. You guys are going to be standing here. You guys are going to be standing here. I don't need to get them to run because they'll have plenty of time to arrange themselves. You guys can all fire at will. Yes, fantastic. So, an early legionary cohort is walking in. It is tired. Meanwhile, we've got fresh troops. It actually means we've got the morale bonus here. And we've killed 72% of their army. We've lost half of ours. But in the grand scheme of things, boom, their early legionary cohort touched ours and is dead. It's already fleeing. And I think that's actually the majority of their army is now... Oh, hello, they've got a unit coming around the side here. Where are you? And why are you over there? Are you trying to flank? What are you? Some auxilia? You won't make it far enough. You won't make it far enough to be able to actually flank. Because you're going to have to come around past these 3 towers. Then down through here. Yeah, they're not going to be a threat. Right, what we got here? Smaller legionary cohort being backed up by some auxilia. Not a threat. 0 threat. Tired and tired. Auxilia are already shaken. And the auxilia have in fact broken. Early legionaries are now broken as well. The auxilia, there's actually, it looks like, yeah, the auxilia over here are dying quite quickly. And they've not even got to this area here, which is the most concentrated. They apparently had a cavalry unit right through at some point. Oh, don't walk, you idiots. Oh, that's going to be death for them. Right, what have we got going up next on the Parade of Death? We've got some auxilia. Backed up by... Oh, it's just the one unit of auxilia. If you thought I was being a tactical idiot by throwing on my archers like that, didn't need them. They were out of ammo, they were useless to me. Granted, it's a few turns to build them up again. I should build a shrine to my sacrificed archers. I really should. 2 1 0. That was their flanking force. Right, over here, their auxilia are wavering now. They're very tired. My early legionary cohort that is acting as my frontal guard is still fresh. I completely forgot to put you on guard mode. Their auxilia are trying to run into my cohort. Oh, that was a bad idea. Your early legionary cohort threw things at my legionary cohort. Bad idea, because that just means death now. They're very tired. My army is still fresh. Your legionaries are broken just because you're exhausted, effectively. You guys are tired. My guys are still fresh. And I've got fresh troops everywhere. I am now in the ascendancy of this battle. Oh, my early legionary cohort has now warmed up after murdering so many units of theirs. They're sending an exhaust cohort in after this. Let's get this cohort into line and on guard mode, please. Any way that I can get a cavalry charge into the back of them? Not really. Exhausted, winded. But I've got a completely fresh unit that has more men than they have. We have now, in theory, won this battle. I'm gonna pull you guys back to here. So please actually do as I tell you. Don't just keep fighting. And run, please. The one thing I have learned over many failed battles is angles seem to work. It seems to confuse the AI. That's why I've got this cohort placed at an angle. It seems for whatever reason that the AI just get a bit confused by any unit being at an angle. Gives a greater kill zone. Granted, we are losing men now because they're throwing missiles. We're down to 126. They've got 101, I think. Slightly less. You can see the kill zone that I've created here. It's just bodies everywhere. And here's why the angle works: is they're trying to fight just here. We've got men over here that are not doing anything. And I should bring my cav in from the other side. Hello, forward. But I am actually thinking this is... It seems certain. Fantastic, I'm breaking them. Their morale is crushed. Because now they've realized I've still got just under half my army remaining. You know, I've still got 35% of my army left. They've got less than 25%. Oh, they've got 11% of their army left. Yeah, we've got a massive percentage advantage now. But they are bringing in a... Oh my god, am I causing a mass drought? Because this unit's got, you know, 98 men and they're already gone. And they're running in the wrong direction. They're running to their own death. Okay, let's wipe out the biggest cohort they have. Let's just wipe this off the face of the earth. What do they have that's not broken? They've got 8 members of Legionary Cohort. And over here they've got something just outside the gates, I think. Nope, they're broken. Is it just the 8 members of the Legionary Cohort? No, they got something coming in. Something is going into the Alley of Doom. 42 men. Now it's time for the cavalry to come out. Cavalry, it's time to play. I'm good. There are no rules in the Discord. Which means the mods can do whatever they want as well. Which is me and Fahy. Myself and Fahy can do whatever we want in there. Fantastic, you're dead. This is now just turned into crushing the resistance. And I did say I will not leave a single blue man alive. They have caused my greatest army to fall. Now they shall fall. They have caused me an inconvenience. They do not deserve to live. There we go. Cavalry's just steamrolling them. In fact, let's get the barbarians out as well. Where is this unit that I need to find? Here it is. Oh, that's adorable! They're coming in Testudo. That's the tiniest and most pathetic Testudo I've ever seen. Is it going to do anything of worth? Probably not, to be honest. They're just probably now wondering why they can hear a rumbling noise. And why that rumbling noise is getting louder. And louder. And louder. Now they're running towards the rumbling noise. They want to investigate. Now they're getting shot. What'll kill them first? My army or the towers? Answer was the towers.
The enemy show their truth.
Let's end the battle.
The gods have favored you.
They've got
The enemy
13 men left. That was complete and utter demolition. That was perfect. From Hungary, very nice. That's why you don't take on the Romans. Yes. Captain Quintus's army has completely just fallen apart. Carthage is now under siege. Carthage should be able to defend itself in theory. We lost 1800 that turn, that's fine. Gontiacum has expanded. Let's queue that up. Looks like another city has also expanded, which is Lovokitsike. We can queue up the Proconsul's Palace. New family member, Flavius Popinus has a priest of Jupiter, Admiral Tiberius has a navigator, Cneius the Ugly has a priest of Ceres, and Julii Handsome has a treasurer. Fantastic. Mediolanium has an academy. I need to find something that does population growth. Just looking at Mediolanium, the growth is 0. Why is the growth 0? Because of squalor. The entirety of population growth is being wiped out by squalor. But I think Mediolanium has hit huge city status, which means I can actually mitigate against that by just building everything. Aqueduct. Boros Home has an arena. Large Temple of Ceres. Corrales can get a shipwright for extra trade. Palma can get a dockyard for extra trade. Lemonum can get crop rotation for extra money coming in. Extra population growth can do the same. London can do irrigation. Continue building archers, please, guys. Ficus Marcomanni has a governor's villa. Better roads. Actually, no. Yeah. Sewers and then better roads. Also higher taxes. Down here, Quincum has militia barracks. Just notice Vicus doesn't have. Yeah, Vicus has a shrine to Phrygia. Oh, because actually, Temple of Ceres, then sewers, then paved roads. I don't mind queuing up too much. Larissa's got paved roads. Larissa, are you under threat at all? No, communal farming then. And recruit some legionary cohorts. And that should be it. Right. This army here requires a horse. I have been training a horse to join this army. It also requires a single legionary cohort, which also has been trained. This is a full stack that is heading down towards... Can I hop onto a ship? Yeah, let's move this army down. We can start taking out this Scipiones. You can continue your little trek up to here. 2 through 4. You can take a single legionary cohort just fine.
General. Sir.
You can come out of there and start taking legionaries of your own.
Onward.
Marseille. Actually, Marseille can build up some Roman cavalry. Lugdunum can train up 3 units of archers, because I can take this unit of archers immediately. Pop you into your army. This army here of Captain Valerius can actually come down and join up Cassius Rabirius. The Doomstack is going to move its way over. This somewhat Doomstack is going to head to Byzantium and just... we can immediately assault. This will be pretty easy, I think. It shouldn't be the most difficult battle in the world. We've got onagers, we can just outrange them. Wipe them out pretty quickly, pretty easily.
Do not fear our enemies today. The Brutii are Romans, and they are just men, not gods. They can be killed. They think their walls are enough to stop us. They should think again. We outnumber them by a large margin, but this may drive them to foolhardy defiance. Be careful. I have fought these men many times, and even now they must be praying to their false gods for mercy. They will have little enough of it from me. When I set my heart on an attack, I do so knowing that I will win, that my men will win, that victory is within reach. All we need to do is stretch out and grasp the foe firmly by the throat. Now, set your minds on the task to come. Strike hard. Strike without mercy!
That was a nice short speech, wasn't it? Let's start a deployment here. Onagers, you guys can deploy right there. That's all I need to deploy right now. Take out the wall. I don't care what they've got on the wall, honestly, because they've got their own onagers that they're going to fire at our onagers. I don't see that doing much good, to be honest. They're not even firing at the onagers. What are they firing at? I'm trying to take out my Praetorians, which can actually move back over here. So, 4 onagers is going to take out that wall in double quick time. Then the onagers can focus on taking out their siege equipment. Which should fall pretty easily. Oh, that was not good. That was 2 big hits. You can see the fronting of the walls now down. We can see the front of their early legionary cohort, which is about to start moving off the wall, no doubt. Because if it doesn't, this wall is very close. They've hit their own men, I've just noticed. Are they moving fast enough? Nope. We took out a bunch of them. Oh, that was a big hit. We took out about 50 men with that barrage. And I think we've hit... Yeah, one of their onagers is in fact just destroyed. They're hitting their own wall now as well. The AI is not doing well here. Because every single miss is effectively going to be hit at either their equites or their onagers.
The gods have smiled on
And
us
as if to
today.
prove it, we've just hit the equities
walls are
and the
broken.
onagers.
Our troops should be ordered forward.
Right. I want the onagers gone. Just because they are a threat. Can I not... Oh, the onagers aren't within range. Oh, I've not been commanding the... Yeah, I want the onagers gone, please. If they don't want to retreat, they can die. Because my onagers should be well capable of picking out a reasonably specific target, granted. Yep. Death and destruction to their onagers. Also, I'm knocking a few of their buildings, but that's fine. It's repair work I don't need to do. Oh, that's their onagers dead. Oh, and that man too. We've got more than enough ammo to take out another wall. I don't see any reason to rush into this city. So just speed up time a bit while this wall is taken out. Are they coming out? They're coming out. They're rushing. No, they're not. I thought for a second there they were going to rush my onagers, which would have been a disastrous move on their part. That literally would have been the worst thing they could have done.
Triumphs once more.
Would be to attempt to rush the onagers.
Men on to victory.
Try and get the gates as well. That we will. But even if we don't, not the end of the world. We can take out potentially both towers. Okay, so I think both towers are in fact damaged beyond use. Yellow NHF. NHF. Right, what do they have here that I need to be worried about? Like, within immediate range. Incendiary pigs, which will do some damage. Legionary cohort. Another legionary cohort. Velity gladiators. Principes. I think we're to send 4 Praetorian units through this breach. Group them up. And 4 early legionary units grouped through this breach. That would be the end of the battle. Because that's where the majority of their army is. That's the majority of their forces. So granted, using Praetorians, that is throwing my big advantage at them. I've still got 2 Praetorians in reserve, and 3 units of archers. So it's not like I'm throwing absolutely everything I've got. I'm throwing... Yeah, I'm making a big push, granted, but this should be a push that I can manage. Okay, the incendiary pigs are being killed off. As well as some of this legionary cohort. Let's get group 2 here at the legionaries. That's going to be the bigger threat. Group 1 here, I want you to take out the equities first and foremost. You guys have the distinct advantage of effectively being tanks. You're not urban cohorts, you're not quite that good. Praetorians are the second best unit in the game, probably. Over here, meanwhile, the incendiary pigs have gone berserk, as expected. They're doing a bit of damage, but my legionaries are holding off their onager crews. Their legionary cohort has in fact collapsed, and is potentially going to just collapse even further with death. Their onager crews are trying to attack my legionaries. It's not going to end well. Group 2, oh wait, what collapsed there? That was the incendiary pig crews, okay. This legionary cohort is doing quite well, but it's about to get pincushioned. $128, $126, fantastic. Group 1 over here has pushed through the equities. Can you guys get on the ballistic crews quickly? And then get up on the walls and deal with the Principes up there. Because the ballistic crew is technically a concern. In reality it's not, but I just want to be assured that their artillery is not going to work. In fact, do I want to use these guys as a shock flank? Because I got my legionaries blocking up that side. Do I want to bring the Praetorian cohort? Yeah. Let's bring the Praetorian cohort in and flank. Slam the Praetorians into the back of some less good units. I don't want to say weaker, but less elite. Because these guys are just the elite of the elite. This is the ballistic crews trying to get through all this. It's not going to work for them very well. And the Praetorians are taking some minor damage, but they're going to get through this pretty easily. And death will reign supreme as they slam into the back of the onager crew. So just continue moving forward, please, Praetorians. The aim here is to wipe out as much as possible. The onager crew has now collapsed. Nope, that's an early legionary cohort. The onager crew has now collapsed, but they've got nowhere to run. They run this way, they've got legionaries to deal with. They run this way, they've got 3 units of Praetorians to deal with. They're dead. My red or green? I'm red. This legionary cohort is doing well, but it's wavering. Get into the middle of all this, please. Just want everybody focusing on this legionary cohort, which is now broken and trying to run. It's not going to get very far, most likely. There's going to be 1 or 2 people get through. But it's... yeah, not going to end well for these guys at all. Right, group 1. I want you guys to take the walls up here. So what I can do, I can't order them all up on the walls, but I can order them all to take on the Principes. Which means they'll start running off this way. Group 2, which is now granted a lot weaker. Take on the Velity Gladiators and possibly the Legionary Cohort up there as well. That's not too big a deal. Okay, Group 1 can take on the Velities. Group 2 can take on the Legionary Cohort. So I'm using just 8 units as efficiently as I possibly can. The Legionary Cohort over there is, or the Principes is coming down off the walls as well. That's great. We can actually bring in a full Legionary Cohort and just run around the walls in time. New to the stream, Confronting Noob, hello! How long have I played Rome Total War for? On and off, like 4 or 5 years. Mainly off. I don't tend to, like, play the living shit out of games. Because I get bored of them and then come back, and then get bored of them and then come back. Can we get on the Principes, please, guys? Okay, so we've lost an early Legionary Cohort, that's fine. We've still got 3 over here fighting. It's gonna end badly for the Brutii regardless. They've lost 64% of their army, we've lost only 15% of ours. Oh, Pincushion Principes. I think the Praetorians are going for another volley. Now remember, we've got 2 units of Praetorians just sat in reserve. So even if this does start going south and we start losing, we've got 2 more elite units ready to come in. I'm planning on taking the entire world. As much as I can. I might get bored at some. I'm definitely planning on wiping out the Roman factions. Domination, maybe not so much. I was originally planning on domination, but if I can wipe out the Romans and maybe Egypt as well. Right, that's them dealt with. You guys, I want you up on this wall here. You guys, I want you to take the gateway. You guys, could you go and yeah, the other 2 can go relieve the now almost entirely broken Legionary Cohorts. Useless. How many hours have I got in the game? 66 in total.
Great gods! Our soldiers have done well this day. The walls are taken.
So we've now captured the gateway. Which means we have access to the gate. You guys need to be a bit faster, come on. Get up on the wall. Quickly, quickly, quickly. You guys can get off the gateway now. Are we going to pin cushion the Legionary Cohort? We're going to pin cushion the Legionary Cohort. Fantastic. You guys charging into the front, you guys coming over to this side here. Fuck it, just everybody charge in the front. How's this Praetorian cohort doing? Kind of confused, but it should get up on the wall in a moment. Yep, we captured that. Now you guys are going to be on wall duty. As much of a waste as it is to bring a Praetorian to do this, it will work. Praetorians are notorious for never breaking. Or very rarely breaking. I have broken Praetorian cohorts, but they're fine. The like 30 men that have made it up to the wall are now going to run along the wall. The rest of them are just going to run along the ground. The wall crew are actually going to have a better time of things, I think. It would appear there is some Brutii over here. There were some Brutii over there. So, you guys can go along that way. I want the... do I have a legionary cohort here? Early legionary cohort, fantastic. I want you guys to get up on the wall here, please, for me. That'd be great. So this is the boring segment where I just secure myself a bit. I have the rest of this cohort figured a way up to the wall. You know, seeing as you've captured a bit more than these guys will get into trouble with, could I get you guys up onto the wall, all of you? Just while I'm doing the boring bits. How much of this cohort are up on the wall? This cohort is entirely up on the wall now. All 43 of them. Fantastic. Could you guys head around to this gateway here, please? And now over here with the Praetorians. The reason I'm grouping up here is because if I have them running along the wall, the ground and the death zone over there, that's going to be problems. I'm just waiting for the last scragglers and the stragglers to come through. The early legionaries are doing well. They're actually, after overtaking the Praetorians in terms of what's been taken. What's going on here? Oh, there's a small group of them completely confused that I'll need to get up onto the wall a different way. There's one dude who just doesn't understand. There we go. There's two dudes who didn't quite understand how walls worked. So we gotta wait for them to get up on the wall. Fantastic. You guys can now basically head down to the southern gateway there. You guys have already reached the gateway I told you to, but just honestly, well, you're getting near it at least. You guys can go to the southern gateway as well, which is actually the eastern gateway. And it won't be too long before I decide, before it's time to bring in the cavalry, which can deal with the... Okay, this is not going as well as I'd like. Which sounds silly considering this is what's left of their army, effectively. We've got apparently some sort of unit over here. That's not going to last very long. We've taken that. It's for some reason not taking out the legionary cohort, but that's fine. You can see all the stuff that we're capturing as time goes on. There's a wall with a line of legionaries makes their way around the city. The remainder of Group 1, you 3 units, can actually start making your way. What's the fastest route? What is the fastest route? Down... Nope, that's not an avenue. So this is now going to be a case of, okay, this way, then down and around the Victory Arch. Straight down there is a route, and then There's got to be a faster way. Okay, down by the... Okay, so the Victory Arch needs to be point 1 here. So that is priority number 1. This is the Praetorians. The Praetorians are going to actually win the little race that I set up. Yep, the Praetorians are going to win the race, but only just because here are the early legionaries coming along as well. When they meet up in the middle, we will have the entirety of these walls captured. It's just going to be... This is the only Brugii thing left on the walls. We're now safe to bring the rest of the army in. So everything up to about there can now start making its way into the city and make its way to the Victory Arch. I accidentally selected the wrong thing. Make your way to the Victory Arch. You 3 Praetorians. I'm gonna have a bit of fun with you guys. Can you guys just come and stand, like, here? I'm gonna walk you in, because there's no rush. There's no time limit on these battles. I don't like having a battle time limit, because sometimes I like... What's the difference between Praetorians and normals? These guys just have better armor, better weapons, and better all-around everything. Better morale as well. They're a lot harder to break, a lot harder to fight. They're sending a single man out to try and face off against 3 units of Praetorians. They sent a ballista man out to try and face off against this. Not a good idea. They're now... This is going to be an interesting one. They're sending, I think, their general. Potentially, they're waving about him about for sure. The ballista man's on the way out again. He's the bravest man in all of the Brugii fake Rome. Look at him go as he realizes that, oh shit, there's actually 3 full units of Praetorians here, and turns around and runs back. So, hey guys, there's 3 units of Praetorians. Is it my birthday tomorrow, or are you imagining things? It is my birthday tomorrow. I'm gonna be old tomorrow. I'm gonna be officially old. I'm gonna be like 26. Feels bad, man. And there is something planned on the other channel, which is why I'm doing effectively 2 Moonbow weeks in a row. Did I get Batavium at the start of the game? Yes, and I lost it. It revolted and I haven't been bothered to go back and get it yet. Right, what do I want to do here? I want to bring my archers up and actually form them up where the Praetorians currently are. This is a bad idea on their part. That was a terrible idea by the Brugii. Because their general is about to fall now. As good as a Roman armored general is, they've sent the ballista man forward again. I'm not entirely sure what their plan is with him, but he's really fighting a good fight. Where is their general? He is...
The enemy general is running away.
running away.
This is no way for a leader to behave, but in battle, it's beyond belief.
I think I can win this with just these 3 Praetorian cohorts. It's OP though, I know. But so are Praetorian cohorts. Like, I've hardly taken any damage. Oh, the Ballista Man's about to die! No, Ballista Man! They're ignoring Ballista Man! Okay, Ballista Man, just because everybody else is gonna die, you don't get special treatment. Kill Ballista Man. Ballista Man was a distraction! He's he's running into the middle of a Praetorian cohort and trying to kill them. He is the single bravest soldier I've ever seen in Rome Total War. And he's about to be murdered horrifically. There's their general, in fact. Standing right beside Ballista Man, who's the true hero in this battle. Oh, Ballista Man's dead. Rest in peace, Ballista Man. You will never be forgotten. Until I forget. They've rammed something into the back here. Not entirely sure they ran at me there, but it's dead now. Unit 1. Take out their general's unit, please. They've got 5 men left. They don't need 5 extra men. Look at their general, he's pathetic. He's walked away from the battle. He's walked away from his own bodyguard. All the hit point damage should now be done. This will be a killing blow soon. They are releasing the war dogs, which is going to cause some damage to the Praetorians, but not much. If they want to release the war dogs, that's fine. Cavalry, group up and get in there. Their general is a pathetic coward. He is no true Roman. That's not how a true Roman would behave. Over there is a true Roman. Surrounded by dogs and fighting a horse. Patavium is usually the first city to hit max level, yes. Oddly, it was a rating for me because I kind of pushed it up to max. And hello, Drezio Mota. How are you doing today? I'm just going to tap out real quick and check something. Alright! Their general is dead now, by the way. Perfect timing while I check something.
Attack!
Molnar, I think it was. Thank you very much for subscribing. Here comes the cavalry. Cavalry, take out their war dog handlers. This is their entire army now. Is one dude and some guys who used to have dogs and don't anymore. I think their entire army might be that one dude now. And Bjarni Steiner, thank you for subscribing. Did the Romans take it? No, I took Patavium. It's just that I didn't level up correctly.
Heroic victory, worthy of Roman arms.
Hello, Molnar. There we go. Easy victory. 900 kills. They got a lot of... Oh no, most of what would normally have been friendly fire was actually done by the wall collapsing. I need to exterminate the populace of Byzantium, and... I don't want a Temple of Bacchus, that's bad. Temple of Jupiter. Let's get these guys retrained, repair the wall, queue up some... Actually no, I'm going to want to level up that temple fairly quickly. This army over here is going to take Paralis. Oh good lord, this is a bad army. It's going to take Paralis. I'm using all of the rams ever, I guess. There's Patavium being independent, like the lady she is. She don't need no man. She don't need no Roman. Let me think. What do I want to do this turn as well? Realistically, I'm gonna need to start moving the A fleet north west to take the army. So let's move these two Birimes.
ready.
Everything else can keep going southeast
Out of move, sir. Aye, Captain.
to cover off
Aye, Captain.
the Brutii from, I guess now, Tylus and Rhodes, and the Brutii are basically done. They've got no trade. Well, they've actually got 2 trade routes coming out of Rhodes. Bought the game again. Am I planning on playing this live until I win the campaign? Yes, but I won't be doing that today. I'm telling you that now. I won't be finishing the campaign today. I've already technically completed the campaign. So I go to faction. I've completed the victory condition. I've already won the campaign. I want to get rid of the rest of the Romans. I want to defeat the Egyptians. And the reason I want to defeat the Egyptians is because I actually do want to do, in the future, not immediately, an Egyptian campaign. Once I've got Rome Total War done, I'll be moving on to... actually 2 different games. I'll be moving on to a roleplay with... what's the name of the game? Because I've forgotten it. With... Mountain Blade Warband. There we go, that's the name of the game. As well as a new campaign with Command and Conquer Generals. Leave Batavia until last. That is kind of the point. Drazimota is from Guimarães in Portugal. Very nice. Bienvenido. I think that's Portuguese. Is that Spanish or Portuguese? I can't remember if Bienvenido's Spanish, Portuguese, or Italian. Definitely a Romance language, I just can't remember which one. The Scipii, oh, that's, I guess, now their capital. Oh, Admiral Obvious beat Admiral New Areas. Brutii are... Oh, this is a bad move by the Brutii. This is a bad move by the Brutii. This is going to be... You'll watch Warband? Spanish. I apologize, Drizio. I am terrible with languages. Spreche Deutsch, spreche English.
Men,
Lorim.
a band of brothers dedicated to the warrior's code of strength.
I don't speak Spanish, Portuguese, Italian. I know German. Benvindo. I do apologize. I know German, a bit of Irish, and English.
Today we face those masters of lies.
I'm not fluent in German. I'm not fluent in Irish, which I probably should be. This is technically my first language, legally speaking. And I've got a kind of basic conversational German.
From such small beginnings are great victories crafted.
So I can watch German live streams and stuff if I really want to. Which annoys the crap out of my friends. It's like, hey guys, watch this awesome live stream. Dave, that's in German, dude. Yeah.
It is now time to take revenge for that defeat.
Some of your English people try to
teach
talk
them
about
to
languages.
fear us anew. I have won many great victories for Rome.
I do know English. That's the thing is, I know English and I know English for the most part. German, I've got basic conversational German. It's functionally conversational. Probably slightly less. Where's the high ground? Off to that side. I'm actually on the low ground for this battle. Let's just start the battle. Look at the...
The enemy have brought more men to the fight.
We do have definitely the advantage in just raw manpower here. You have German. German's a really nice language. German is a really nice language, especially if your first language is English. It's really English, really easy to learn, because the two languages have very similar roots. English is a very Germanic language. But honestly, it's hard. Okay, it is hard to be sarcastic in messages, yes. Like, of all the languages that I've learned in school, German was the one that I chose. Irish was the one I was forced to do, and I hate Irish. It's a very, very nice language. Very poetic. But oh my god, is it a pain to try and learn. Where am I from? I am from Ireland. So I was talking about the Irish language, which a lot of people call Gaelic. It's not called Gaelic. It's, what are you doing? Yes, let's all come in one single straight line. This is clearly the superior tactic, as it will confuse everyone, and then we shall walk straight through a piece of wood. What are you doing, you idiots? Right, their main army is kind of fronting up. My archers are firing, which is actually going to draw them in, which is nice. It's really nice. My general can now... I actually want the entire army on guard mode. General, sound the horn. So my entire army is just going to stand there and wait. Because I know I can win this battle just by standing here. I have the advantage in every single possible way. They're charging, nope, they decided against charging their cavalry straight into that, which is a good idea. Cavalry auxilia, what do I have had here? Early legionary cohort. Okay. Auxilia can go into the Roman cavalry. Auxilia can actually take out Roman cavalry, they're spearmen. The general is actually behind everything else. This unit of cavalry over here can make their way over and take out the light auxilia. This unit of mercenaries can take out their auxilia. This legionary cohort can come in, take care of the ability gladiators. You can see they're pushing at the lines in some places, not really pushing through at all. And yeah, barbarian or Sarmatian mercenaries tend to beat light auxilia in a one-on-one battle. To such an extent that the light auxilia just melt. Because these are heavy cavalry. What they got here? Light auxilia, this will be another melt. Doesn't end well for light missiles against heavy cavalry. How's the rest of my army doing? Pretty well. Bastarnik can start heading in, flanking there. The Illyrians are doing well. Their backup's heading in, but it's not going to get really all that far. Are they seriously trying to... Are they considering a cavalry charge at... That would have been the dumbest thing they could possibly do, was a cavalry charge at mercenary hoplites. You go on, charge into the hoplites. See how it ends for you. Oh dear, they're gonna catch a guy. Yep. Instant death. Okay, the Cretan archers. Probably gonna not end well for them. Okay, what's going on over here? There's a bit of a rout going on. That's kind of fine. You guys deal with that. What do we got over here? Auxilia, that's not the best for the Sarmatians, so I'm gonna try and get out of this situation. I want to try and get this unit of no, not the auxilia, the light auxilia if I can. Just get away from the auxilia themselves. We can take out the light auxilia for sure. Okay. Sit rep. I have no idea what's happening anymore. They are... Auxilia, it's not going to end well for the general's unit, but with the horn, that's going to affect their... No, that's not going to end well for the general unit at all, under any circumstances. Get out of there. It's an early legionary cohort. The general can take out an early legionary cohort. Auxilia versus Auxilia is a pretty straightforward battle, especially with the general's unit just about to slam into the back. That cohort is down. That's actually 2 auxilia units, that's not good. Just flee over that way. Flee in whatever way you can. What are you? Illyrian mercenaries. Can you head in and start trying to deal with the auxilia? Over here we got... Okay, so my mercenaries over here have died. Or have they? No, my mercenaries over here are up at the very north of the map, in fact. Would you come down, please? This legionary cohort will take on Hastati, Auxilia, and Auxilia. That should be an actual win for the legionary cohort. Let's see, that's a city unit chasing a general. That's not going to end well for the Auxilia. Especially with 2 sets of mercenaries launching at him. Get over there. I want to... Oh, that's Missile Cav. A general beats Missile Cav every single day of the week. Except for Herb's Day. For Herb's Day, the Missile Cav tends to win. What's this? War Dogs. Or War Dog Handlers, more important. Do I have a console? No. Viking DLC for Mountain Blade. I didn't even know Mountain Blade was on Xbox One. Unless you mean Bannerlord, which, again, I wasn't aware was on Xbox One. What's this? Auxilia. Is it a single unit of Auxilia? Yes. So I'm going to use the general to flank this unit of Auxilia. My Auxilia can come in and form its own flanking force as well. Thank you for subscribing, Alex's Let's Play. Okay, come on. General, get out of there. Illyrians, get in there. Okay, they're charging my general, which, whoops. Means I need to back off a bit. Just kind of... As silly as it sounds, I think I am winning this battle. It's just not ending the way that I'd like. This is my heavy cav up here. You guys can just wipe out as much as possible up here. You guys over here take out the Hastati. Okay, general. I need to see where the general is. General's just kind of standing there. That's kind of okay. You guys, I want you to charge the Auxilia. My Auxilia can fight that Auxilia. General coming back over this way. I want to slam into the back of this Auxilia and break them. Because they're shaken. This is their general's unit, in fact, so it's going to be hard to break them. Which explains why they're able to fight so hard. That's it. That's it. That's their entire army gone.
The enemy's hearts are full of fear, and now they flee.
I need to get up to 85% of this army to be assured of it not coming back.
The enemy general is
That's their enemy
slain,
general
and now
dead.
his
That's
men fear
fantastic.
us. It is time to press the attack.
Just come on. You're exhausted, aren't you? Tired, but not exhausted, which means you should be able to outrun a single dude. Hello, Audio, and hello, Cassius. Do I follow Many a True Nerd? Yes. I've not been watching too much YouTube of late, but I do follow Many a True Nerd. In fact, he is what inspired me to start doing Rome on here. I was trying to think up a game to play on here to get the channel kind of going, because it's been on and off for a little while, and I figured Rome would be a good way to start, because it's one of my favourite games, and he kind of put a big spotlight on it. Sorry for leaving. It's fine. I don't hold it against people. I know real life happens, and you know, sometimes you gotta go do stuff. take out the auxilia. I want to get this army up to 85% routed so that it'll entirely rout. I think Rome's actually one of the best strategy games ever made. I like Command and Conquer as well. Command and Conquer Generals is the best in the Command and Conquer series for sure. I've unintentionally managed to merge my cavalry. %. That should be enough for the enemy army to rout. And I don't know where there's a single man left. They're over here somewhere, apparently there's something going on. Oh, it's a general. They've got a general hidden... A general's cavalry unit.
Enemies show their true virtue. They are not soldiers, only frightened rabbits running from our men.
So now, the normal speed. Aim is going to be run down the general. Because if we can't do that, this general's unit will survive. Brutii are the worst. The Scipii are my nemesis this time around, it seems. I have vowed to murder each and every single Scipii. My general's almost killed him, but he's gonna. Okay, they got more kills than us, which isn't good. Hello, Milan Bowman. So 1v1, no. I'm not very good at multiplayer in most games. They got a Brutii fleet in Messana. Why are they the Brutii trying to... Right, this is Tingi. They've only got 2 units of auxilia. We've got 4 units of cavalry, including the general. They've got 1, 2, 3. These are cavalry auxilia. They're equities. Roman cavalry, equities, Roman cavalry. So they got 2 units of Roman cavalry, we've got 3. Their units have more men. Oh, we've got 4. Oh, we've got the cavalry advantage, we've got the range advantage, and we also have the war dog advantage. Yet, it's a 1-to-1 battle. Did I conquer all that in 2 hours? No. The medieval campaign is actually quite good as well. I do like medieval Total War. Hello, heroes of Sparta.
Today we face those masters of cunning, arrogance.
I just don't understand like medieval 2, honestly.
They are a dangerous foe and unkind when victorious. They stand alone. No friend has come to this place to die for them. They're standing among nations. They seem eager to die before our walls. Perhaps we should oblige the fools. There are a few more of them than there are of us. But so what? As long as our walls stand, their horsemen can do nothing but parade up and down. They will make a pretty sight and be completely useless as long as the walls stand. Many times I have faced this enemy, and many times I have beaten them. Today, when
the game's well made because it's on the Roman Total War engine. Europa Barbarorum. I've heard a lot of good things about Europa Barbarorum. I've also heard it's really difficult. And I'm playing medium, which means I'm crap.
Let strength and honor be your watchwords today.
Right, I'm gonna need to figure out a deployment here. They've got Hastati on that one, Auxilia on this one, Auxilia on this one. They got 3 rams coming in. I can take out one. Realistically, I can take out one, and that's even at a stretch. So I'm going to try and take out the Hastati ram and force their Auxilia in. So if I can get their Auxilia in, I'm going to move the cavalry actually back to the safety of there. Yeah. So let's select the archers. I want flaming ammo. And immediately fire on the Hastati. Thank you for subscribing, whoever it was. That's the plan, is I'm gonna take out this ram if I can. And because the war dogs are all kind of concentrated on the other side. And thank you as well for whoever just subscribed there. Do I play Rome 2? Yes, I've actually, not recently, but over the last couple of weeks, had a little campaign going on Rome 2 in Divide et Impera, which has been quite fun. I don't know if I'll be able to take out this ram, to be quite honest, but it's worth a try. It's definitely doing damage to the Hastati, which is probably one of the more dangerous units they have. And even then the Hastati isn't all that dangerous. If that ram's not falling. Right, stop firing flaming and just fire at the Auxilia. What are they there? Early Legionary Corps. Actually, fire at the early Legionaries. Alright! They're going to be one of the larger threats that we'll face. This tower here is drunk and is firing at my own wall. Total War Tale. Yeah, I've got most of them. I've got quite a few Total Wars. I don't have like the Warhammer ones because I don't like them. Don't like the idea of them. I'm just gonna move my War Dogs back a bit here. And realistically, I'm gonna want the. I think Auxilia can take out Hastati, and I think the early Legionaries can deal with the light infantry, the Auxilia, until such a point as I bring in my cavalry and just destroy them. So the War Dogs are going to the middle here because I want to release them into the Auxilia, which will cause hopefully the most mayhem. So that wall's halfway done. Gates are down. I am going to hold off on deploying anything. Archers, fire at the Auxilia, please. Stop firing at will and just fire at these Auxilia for now. Actually, can you... Are you within range of the early legionary? No, why are you not in range of anything anymore? Stop right now. You guys, fire at will. Because that might force the Auxilia to come in. They've decided against it. They want to have a triple breach before they come in. That's fine. There's the double breach.
The enemy have broken through the wall.
There's the triple breach. Yeah. Here's the thing, I've heard that Creative Assembly are actually bringing out a Rome 3. Right, War Dogs. Archers, get back there quickly. War Dogs get released into their Auxilia over there. If I release into those Auxilia, that's covering that flank.
The walls have fallen to the enemy. The gods have abandoned us.
Archers can now fire at will again. War Dog handlers can retreat to the safety of the plaza. So this is just going to cause them problems over here. Right. Time to group up the cavalry. And charge at their equities immediately. You retreat to the plaza. Cavalry, get in there quickly. Where's this unit of auxilia? Over in a random position. Fantastic. Get into the middle of all that, please. They're overrunning me quite badly here. But I still have the cavalry advantage. And if I can take out their equities, that's going to reinforce that. They got war dogs in as well, I think. They might be our war dogs. I'm not entirely sure whose war dogs are in here, but there's war dogs in here. Genuinely unsure about the war dogs. Let's see what's going on over here. They've got Pistati and Auxilia fighting my Auxilia. If I can get the cavalry through, which I won't be able to because there's just too much mayhem in the middle here. Everything is now hinging on, effectively, this clusterfuck in the middle. And if I can use my range advantage with the archers to try and turn it in my favour, I will. I don't want the Wardog handlers or the archers being selected here, I just want the cavalry. Their equities are broken. Fantastic. Get in on their Roman cavalry now, guys. Welcome back forward. If I can get this so that I think we can win this battle still. Maybe. Slight chance. What's going on over here? Okay, my equities over here have broken. Their general's trying to flank, but I got my general left in the middle. Let's say equities, I meant auxilia. Fantastic. Take out the auxilia and the heavy cavalry as well. Auxilia have broken. Equities are back in, but that's kind of fine. We've still got the cavalry advantage, I believe. Bit of a mass strike going on now. Take out this unit of auxilia. They cannot deal with this amount of cavalry. Auxilia are designed to take out one, maybe two units, not four at once. Defeat seems certain. We are turning this battle in our favour very quickly. And somewhat efficiently, actually. Just through my own usual tactic of cause absolute mayhem and it will happen. Light auxilia have broken now as well. They do still have some auxilia left, so let's charge into them. They're bringing in Roman cavalry. Oh, the Roman cavalry have reformed. There's 29 of them. That's not going to be a big deal. In fact, the Roman cavalry have collapsed again. Okay. Deal with these auxilia. Don't leave the city, you fucking idiots. Right, their general's making his way around and trying to flank, and I can see him. He's got 73 men, my general's got 50. I'm gonna need the cavalry back in the city to cover my general. Archers, I want you. Not firing at will, but firing on their general. My cavalry is making its way in as quickly as it possibly can. It might not be quick enough. Right, general, attack their general now. Cavalry, get in as quickly as you possibly can. Come on, move, 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 move. This could be the turning point here. Whichever general falls first loses. My tactics aren't great. They're not great. They're terrible. My tactics are cause as much chaos as possible, as quickly as possible, and hope that my chaos wins. Because I tend to, as ridiculous as it sounds, I tend to think best when there's everything happening at once. When I feel like I'm under pressure, a lot of pressure at once, I tend to deal with it reasonably quite well. There's General Dead, we've won.
Be praised! The enemy general is dead! His men know.
Because now they've got a morale penalty for their general being dead. Their general's unit has fallen. We don't need to worry about that actually. All of my cavalry can focus on their light auxilia. The remainder of the armed forces can go there. General can join Group 1. And take on the early legionary cohort that I completely forgot about. Okay, it's not quite done yet. They've got a unit of Astati as well, and 25 heavy cav. Now, in theory we've won. In practice we just need to worry about what exactly is going to happen here. Yeah, that's what I'm doing now, is my general's going to stay with my cavalry. Granted he's up front, I want to pull him back if I can into the middle of this, which is creating a small hole that the legionaries could have exploited but didn't. Okay, now, just push forward now, just to keep the general somewhat safe. And the general's units just punched through the front anyway. Okay, their cavalry's broken, the legionaries are broken. The unit of Hastati that was attacking from the side is broken. I'm gonna kill everyone I possibly can that's wearing blue. Just kill, 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 kill. There were Hastati over here, where are they? Running through some light auxilia, which won't stand a chance against 5 units of heavy cav. Granted, they're very depleted units of heavy cav, in fact they've already broken. Get into the Hastati. The Hastati and the light auxilia seem to be giving each other morale, which, you know, that's not great, but it'll just mean that I get to kill more of them. This has gone from a battle that was nearly unwinnable when we lost the walls, because I was planning on holding the walls for a lot longer, to one that we've effectively won. And the reason that I'm wiping out the rest of the Scipii army is well, because they killed a big army of mine earlier on and I want to get revenge. I have logical reasoning, okay? So, I never said I was good at this game, by the way. Like, for everybody watching being like, oh my god, you're terrible. I never claimed to be good. Hello, Mr. Linz. Never once did I claim I was good at Rome Total War. I just said I'm playing it. So there's what? 9 light auxilia left. Fantastic. I tend to be bad at most games. There's... Actually, I'm yet to find a game that I'm genuinely good at. 2 light auxilia left, 1 light auxilia left, no light auxilia left. Hello, auxilia that are trying to sneak into the the center of the city. My archers can see you there. You're walking straight towards them.
The gods be praised!
Enemy armies routing,
The
fantastic.
enemy's hearts are full of fear, and now
Get
they
the
flee.
Auxilia still. So now it's just turned into kill as much of them as possible. I've killed 89% of their army. I don't need to worry about the rest of it.
Rome demands.
It's gonna just destroy itself. Rome wants the rocks. Yes. Hello, DK Martin. 15. No. Luca Attinius' army is routed. Or the army that went up against Luca Attinius routed. Made almost 5 grand that turn. Narbo has grown. So I can queue up the Imperial Palace. Luca Geta, who was the spy that was living in... Why was there a spy in Capua? And just a load of stuff. Okay, Dam's got a scriptorium. Dam. Awesome Temple of Carries. Summer Woolbrewer has highways. Public baths. Condat Iridonum's got public baths. You can get a highways. Loosike has a wooden wall. You're actually growing to grow consoles paths right now. Croton's got communal farming. Temple of Carries. Cordoba's got crop rotation. Get an armor, why not? Corinth has public baths. Get an aqueduct. Byzantium's got a shrine to Jupiter. Mines will actually be really good. And retrain the remainder of the garrison, please. Byzantium's repaired the wall. Fantastic. So up here in Paralis, Paralisum's actually ours now. Oh, and we didn't get any options because we actually took the city outright. Sacred Grove of Solmox, can go. Shrine to Jupiter, come in. Retrain as much of the army as we can there. This spy here, Nero Elenus, we go to Tylus. We need to get an army over to Rhodes. What's this army like? Good enough for me.
Prepare to engage! Victory!
So I'm literally sending an army over to Rhodes just to take it. I'll get the Colossus, which
Ready to sail!
belongs to another faction at the moment, which is the Brutii, which
Prepare to engage!
I'm preparing to destroy, which isn't going to be too big of a deal. Thank you to whoever subscribed. Not actually watching the notifications because I'm terrible. Hashtag professional YouTuber.
Fleet ready! Aye aye, Captain!
There's a Brutii ship in there somewhere that I've just
Ready
blocked
to
it.
sail! Prepare to engage!
Oh, poor 18 men taking on... Essentially, yeah,
Victory!
that was
Ready to sail!
not very fun for them.
Prepare for battle! Fleet ready! Aye aye, Captain! Ready to sail! Aye aye, Captain! Out of move, sir!
Let's once
Fleet
again
ready.
just keep moving our fleets around.
Completed, sir! Aye, Captain! Prepare for battle!
This is the mega fleet. The 200 men on the Quincurame is just the mega fleet at this point.
Aye aye, Captain!
They have nothing that can counter that because it's got so much experience.
Yes, Captain! Moves depleted, sir! Ready to sail! Aye aye, Captain! No more moves, sir! Aye.
Right, up here then, Admiral Numenaris. No, I want that battle to happen. Accidentally withdrew. You are going to need to get to Croton
Prepare to
and get
engage!
retrained.
Victory! Aye aye, Captain! Aye, Captain!
Why are you there? You have an army on board. What? Oh! You've got quite a large army on board. In which case,
Aye aye,
make your way down towards Sicily.
Sir. Fleet ready!
Admiral Secundus
Fleet
can live
ready.
up to your name and be the second of your name,
General.
or be the second. You can take the second army to Sicily.
Aye, aye, Captain. No more.
So we're gonna wipe the. We're gonna basically get the Scipii down to Thapsus and Dimity in the next couple of turns. Times at half 6. Salona needs lower taxes. I'm gonna do a model playthrough of Mountain Blade. The only mod I'm gonna use, or the only mod I plan on using, is the Vexed Native.
Fleet ready.
Just to speed progress up a bit, because I got an interesting idea for how I want to play through it, and it's I don't need all of these in Thessalonica. Oh, maybe I did. I've got an interesting idea for how I want that to work out, and the easiest way for me to do it will be with the Vexed Native. Do I need all these Town Watch? And actually, Town Watch, head over and oh, that's why I had so many Town Watch and Dam. I will eventually get Patavium back, by the way. I've not just abandoned Patavium forever. In fact, Arretium, could you get me some archers? Ariminum, could you get me some cavalry? Because this army can take on Patavium by itself, but I want to make sure that it can. Carthage is about to come under siege again. There's no real reinforcing army available. Curta is safe for now. Tingi is safe for now.
Your Honor.
Oh, I forgot you can't actually bribe factionaries. Dimity is just a Scipii city. That's a large city. That means that I'm guessing Libyum is their capital. Yes, Libyum is their capital. So they've got no trade routes at all. I wouldn't be too surprised if the Scipii... I know the game won't actually simulate this, but the Scipii are probably broke. As are, I would imagine, the Brugii. They don't have any trade routes worth talking about. But the game doesn't simulate that, it just throws more and more armies out. See you, NHF. Use Darth mod. I might do. At the end of the day, I'm playing this how I want to, so... Yeah. Sure. I've just bribed a Brugii army. I now own a Brugii army. Carthage... I don't think I can defend Carthage. No, realistically, Carthage will have to fall. But that's fine because I've actually got a shit ton of ships in this area.
Fleet ready.
And I can just immediately blockade Carthage and get rid of all their issues. And they've only occupied it, which means I won't have any issues there. Lost a good bit of money that turn. Rome has grown. It can now get the Imperial Palace. Egypt's most advanced. Julianus the Handsome has died, as has Lentulus Julius. However, Cassius Aelius, Manius Julius the second. There was a previous Manius Julius, and Placcus Atinius have all come of age this turn. Arretium's got an amphitheater. Get me irrigation, please. You've got crop rotation. Get me. Yeah, highways there would be good. Mogontiacum is unhappy. That's fine. You're about to grow. That's fine. Mantia is a shipwright. You're now building crop rotation. That's fine. Vicus Gothai's got mines. +1. Do you have a market? You do not. You're actually losing money because of that. Vicus Marcomannia's got a Temple of Keres. Oh yeah, I've queued up a few things in Vicus Marcomannia. York has paved roads. You can get yourself a Temple of Keres, now that you're a bit happier. And Paralsum is trying to Jupiter. Just immediately get the public baths there. And retrain, whoops, the Auxilia, and train up our legionary cohort to boot. Captain Manius, who is now a true... Oh my god, they still... Okay, what can I salvage out of this army is kind of the important question. The Stati... This unit can definitely go. The Principes, this unit can definitely go. The Velites can just go. Even the full unit can go. The Ballistas are too damaged to be worth anything. And... It's an old army. I spend way too much on this army.
Forward!
You can come down from the north.
General!
This army, with the exception of a single cohort, can come up from the south.
March! Out of
And
move,
because
sir.
Byzantium is oh dear. I don't want to recruit Praetorians, I want to get quick stuff in. Legionary cohorts. There we go, we got Byzantium up to happy again. That wasn't very smart. Right down here we got Ariminum after producing us some cavalry.
Sir!
We have Arretium after producing us some archers.
General!
That might actually be just enough to go into Batavium and take it, but I'm going to wait a little bit more unless I can come across some archers somewhere else. No, this army is meeting up with this dude here.
General!
How many cavalry do you have now? 1, 2, 3. Thank you for subscribing, whoever just subscribed. 4. Fantastic, you can get to the coast, where there should be a ship waiting, but there's not.
Aye, aye, Captain!
Narbo, could you just
Move, sir!
cancel that and get me a trireme? Marseille, could you also cancel your cavalry and get a trireme? I want to get 2 ships on the go there, just as a...
Alright!
Just in case shit goes south. Thanks for subscribing, whoever just subscribed. Rome can get low taxes, as can... Oh, Capua can just get high taxes. And Capua... Do I want to get another army built up? Yes. And I want this to be a super army, so Praetorians. And Rome, you can start training up some legionary cavalry. Stays Escape, thank you for subscribing. There's no streams on this game. I've seen plenty of streams of Rome Total War. But the majority of the streams that I have seen of it have been in Russian for some reason. The army heading to Rhodes can actually land in Rhodes this turn.
Yes, Captain.
And can you lay siege to, you can lay siege to Rhodes this turn.
Orders. Engage the enemy.
And build all of the rams in the world.
Settlement under siege, sir.
Increases naval trade by 40%. Ah, that's how the... Oh my god. Cornelius the Cunning has not been very cunning because he's got a unit of town watch protecting him. Although he was, to be fair to him, he was living on an island in the middle of nowhere. So he's not as stupid as I'm trying to claim here, but maybe have a small army protecting your actual faction leader.
Fleet ready. Prepare for battle.
Just, you know, a thought there. As a matter of... It's kind of dumb if your faction leader is left with a unit of town watch as his bodyguard. Oh, the Brutii are at war with the Greeks. Or what remains of the Greeks. And the Greeks are... apparently in association with the Armenians, laying siege to the Pontic town of Nicomedia, with a fort on the border for some reason. A fort that contains a family member. When this army has a captain. Okay. Missed the manual ship battles. I don't know if I like them in the newer games. If I'm being completely honest.
Aye, Captain. Yes, Captain.
I don't know if I like manual having to do naval battles in the newer games.
Yes, Captain.
It does make it so that you can be a bit more tactical with the battles.
Aye, Captain. Set sail. Depleted, sir. Aye, Captain.
Yeah, you're not just throwing more men at it.
Ready. Set
But
sail.
at the same time, I'm not entirely sure if I'm
Aye, Captain.
a fan of
Yes,
that.
Captain. Out of move, sir. Aye, Captain. Aye, Captain.
This army can land by
Yes,
Messana.
Captain. Disembark.
And they
Orders.
siege to
Engage
Messana.
the enemy. Besieging settlement,
2
sir.
siege towers and 4 towers.
Settlement under siege, sir.
I would recruit mercenaries, except there are none to recruit.
General.
Placus the Wrathful, why are you there? Get into Tarentum. I'm sure there was a reason you were there, but actually, Placus the Wrathful, get out of Tarentum. Hope you enjoyed your stay for 20 minutes. Placus the Wrathful can be the proud beneficiary of one more unit of archers from Tarentum. And can Croton train Praetorians as well? Croton can train Praetorians. What can... Oh, Tarentum's actually as big as it can get at the moment. So this army here,
Sir.
that's just chock full of everything, is going to... Oh, it's got a unit of legionary cavalry. That's going to be doomed for the Scipii. The army up here that doesn't have a boat at the moment, because I was an idiot and forgot to build a boat, is just basically waiting for a boat. Admiral Marcus is just sat over there for some reason. Oh, Admiral Marcus is moving troops down from southern Spain into North Africa, isn't he? So Cordoba, that's why Cordoba's been able to get higher taxes. Carthago Nova's been busy building some cavalry, which can head over this way as well. Meet up with Captain Julian's. Numantia has nothing. I can move this unit of cavalry out. I can move this unit of cavalry out of Osca. And lower their taxes slightly. Narbo. What do you have here, Cassius? Yeah, you're gonna need cavalry. Cavalry. 1, 2, 3. You're gonna need some legionaries as well. You're gonna need some archers from Lugdunum. So 3 archers. So Narbo. Well, Narbo can't really do anything. 1 more archer from Lugdunum, which I think is being trained now. Yes, and then 1 more. Actually, after the archer Lugdunum, I want you to build up some legionaries. This army here is kind of in final prep for taking Batavian again. Do any other Total War games? I've got a lot of them. Rome 2, Medieval 2, Empire, Napoleon. I think I've got Shogun 2. I've got Attila as well. Attila's quite fun. I don't like ironically, I don't like playing as the Huns in Attila. But Attila's quite fun. Generally speaking, I like playing Total War games. I like having to do strategery. I like strategic games. So the Brutii have sent an army out to try and take out the former Brutii army that has defected to me. Nathan Chawbacca, thank you very much for subscribing.
Men! The battle is inevitable, but victory hangs in the balance. Do your duty as true Romans, and victory will be within our grasp. Those
Oh my god, that guy's face.
Are the Brutii. They think they
Hello,
are
I'm the
equals,
general.
our enemies. I think they are dead men.
And
They stand alone. No
I
friend
love
has
some of the
come to this
graphics in
place
Rome.
to
It's
die
an
for
old
them.
game. It's 12 years
Does
old,
this
so I
not
mean
say
the graphics
something
aren't going to be the
about
best.
their
But some of the
They're
weird
standing
graphical
among
things, like the
nations.
dogs have ridiculously huge
That
teeth,
army is 1/4 of the enemy's strength.
and a lot of the
sharpen your
soldiers
swords
have
one
ridiculously
last
squished
time.
faces.
When we have killed them all, we will have made a good start. We stand on the defensive today. Let them wear themselves out against our
I don't know if
cavalry.
anybody here is old enough to remember this,
Our numbers here are
but
about equal.
when Rome Total War
Therefore,
came out
a
at first,
victory here will be hard fought,
there was
but
actually a
glorious.
TV show based around this. I
But
think it was
we
called
are
Time
the
Commanders,
stronger. They will seek
and
to trick us.
that was
But we
amazing.
must be alert and crush these weaklings.
It went through like a lot of the
I have
historical
fought
battles
these
that are
men many
actually in Rome
times,
Total
and
War.
even now they must
And,
be praying to their false gods for
It was on the
mercy.
BBC,
They
and
will have little enough
the
of it from me.
just general members of the public had to
And at the last,
try and
brave
figure out
Romans, I
how they
say
could win the
this,
battle, and
strength
they
and
used Rome Total
honor
War to
to
simulate
you
it. And then they had a historical expert talking about how the battle was actually fought in real life. Right, so what I want to do here is I want to have the Stati and the Principes as my first line, because these are the units that I don't give a flying fuck about. I then want the legionary cohorts being actually a third line here, because in the middle is going to be the auxilia, like that. The Roman archers can stand in behind the auxilia like that, and the cavalry can kind of stack off to either side like that. The war dog battalions can stand in the middle there like that, and the incendiary pigs that are here for some reason can just stand there. Slightly modded to suit the needs of the show. I think it was called Time Commanders. I'm not entirely sure if that's correct, but my memory says it was called Time Commanders. Velvety Gladiators on the flank, Equities on the flank. We've got one of these. Roman Cavalry on this flank, fantastic. What do they have on this flank? They've got some more Equites, I want to say. They're actually no, they're Equites. Equites right on the darker horses. And 5 legionaries. Some Principes. They think they've got an advantage here, which is good for me. They've got Equites in the middle as well. And ballistas, so I'm going to have to... Yeah, let's try and deal with the cavalry situation first. Which will mean that I'll be losing some cavalry here. Granted, this isn't my army, but it did cost like 100 grand. Right, Equities, charge into their Equities. And you will be likely charging into the back of them. Roman Cavalry, get into their Equities as well, please. In this situation, the Roman Cavalry will win. War Dogs get released. Now the Handlers are, after collapsing, War Dogs get released as well. Right, how are we doing here? The first line should stand up to a decent amount of abuse. Right, their cavalry's broken on both flanks. Means I need to stop worrying about that. The Hastati on this flank have broken. On my side, which isn't good. But I do have the cavalry coming in. And this is the good cavalry, the Roman cavalry, which can break their Hastati. Two units of Hastati have been broken by that.
General flees.
Their general's on the run.
Forward, so the spirit of his army is broken too.
This is one of these fights where I've actually come up with a strategy that wins in surprisingly short order. Actually, disturbingly short order. Because all I've really done is just trigger mass route. That realistically, that's all I've done, is just cause enough units to run away that causes the rest of it to capsule OP. Yeah. What difficult playing on? Medium. There's also a show called Decisive Battles. It was probably based on the same idea. But I honestly think the Total War games are a good medium for showing off historical battles. Because they've got historically accurate units. Like, Velites are a real thing. Hastati were a real thing, as were Principes and Triarii. They didn't work the exact same, but most of it has been kind of based on reality and based on history, with some tweaks to suit, you know, gameplay, effectively. Ballista men are charging at me. Why are the Ballista men insane? Like, this is twice now where entire Brudii army's been running, but their ballistas start charging me. Do anything in my settings or computer let this play so smoothly? Yeah, I've done some research. So number one, I'm playing on the Steam version. Number two, I've got just a really good PC. And number three, what I've done is I've turned off anti-aliasing. Or anti-aliasing. For whatever reason, and I've no idea why, anti-aliasing is the cause of the lag. Let's just end this battle here. Anti-aliasing causes a lot of lag. Hastati did. There were slow spears. Yeah, Hastati existed exactly as they are presented in the game. As did Principes and Triarii. It's just the way in which they function exactly is kind of a bit fluffed to suit gameplay. I didn't realize that oh, I actually had a full stack. Fight for. I've got the better army. The Scipii are getting desperate. They've sent a weaker army to try and face me. The Scipii are starting to admit defeat.
I am known as something of a philosopher. Some ask me, why are we here? The answer is often complicated. But today, we are here to kill all those bastards! Do not fear our enemies today.
This is a very angry general.
And they are just men, not gods.
You actually spelled it correctly. What's anti-aliasing? It stops edges from being a bit pixely, usually, and blurry. If you turn it off, it can get, you know, you get some weird blurry edges and weird stuff happening. But it is less graphically intensive.
We are even matched in numbers, man for man, but that does not tell the whole story. Yet, for all that, we are the stronger within ourselves.
Also, Rome Total War never runs on a single core of a multi-core PC. And I've got a 4 GHz processor in this thing, so it's using a full gigahertz of power and processing speed. So if you turn it off, you should, in theory, have smoother gameplay. It still chugs with the triple speed, but in theory you should. But keep in mind that, like, with dual and quad core processors, Rome still derps. I want the early legionaries leading this. I don't have many early legionaries. What are in the frontier? Okay, so I'll take the legionary cohorts and the early legionary cohorts, and I'll form a thick front line. Do I single Praetorian, I guess? You can just stand behind there. The archers can form up behind the Praetorian, and the cavalry, which is grouped and ungrouped so that I can select it easier. These two can be a group, these two can be a group. And the general can kind of stay in the back there. So nobody has the high ground here. But what I do have is better units. So this unit of cavalry can come up here and face down that way. This unit of cavalry can come down here and face up this way. So I'm setting up for a flank immediately. What kind of spell is this? What? So look what they're bringing for. They've got onagers. I need to take out the onagers, so actually my cavalry movements are ideal because the onagers are an issue. And the onagers are on higher ground than my army, so they've got actually range on me. So Unit 2, run. Unit 1, run. The idea here is that I want to get the onagers from both sides simultaneously. If I can. Now they will have seen, yes, they have seen the fact that my cavalry is moving here. And they are bringing Principes and Auxilia to try and deal with that. But my cavalry can outrun them pretty quickly and pretty easily. If I don't kill the onagers, I will take heavy losses. I am fully aware of that, which is why I am... No! That is not onagers, you idiots! Kill the onagers. No! Kill the onagers. There we go. Then we can deal with the infantry that's bound to be coming up behind. The onagers don't actually stand a chance. Never did, never would have. Because the entire point of that was to just come in and destroy them as quickly as humanly possible. Okay, so this unit can go take out the legionary cohort. Unit 1 can charge the Auxilia, which hopefully... Why are you charging in the wrong direction? No, you're supposed to go this way. Fucking morons. That's not what I... Attack the Auxilia! Jesus, wept. One of my cavalry units have broken. The legionary cohort is doing surprisingly well. Auxilia have broken there. This Auxilia won't stand up for long. Plus this is broken. The legionary cohort, that's not good. Can you come in there? Praetorians, deal with the pigs. You three. Get on that line Auxilia. In fact, you three, get into the back of that early legionary cohort there. That's just broken. In that case, take on the Principes. All of you guys, take on the Principes. You guys can... That is a... Oh, that's a Praetorian cohort as well. You guys, take out the Light Auxilia. So there's a Praetorian cohort mixed into that. That's why I was having issues. The Legionary cohort wasn't the issue, it was the Praetorians that were mixed in. So if I get you guys charging into the Praetorian now, and I charge you into the Praetorian as well, and charge... Okay, you guys can take out the Legionary cohort, that's fine. What's their general? Their general is a Praetorian cohort. Which is actually surrounded. Oh my god, I've accidentally surrounded their general. Get into it. Now, get in. This is their general's unit. This is perfect. So it's It's going to get pincushion first of all. And now the general's trying to run, but it's not going to end well. Because I've now got the manpower advantage. Meanwhile over here, the... fuck's sake. Tell the cavalry to do something, just stand right beside what they're meant to be doing. No, that's not a Praetorian cohort. Over here is a Praetorian cohort. Kill them. Oh, what buttons did I press to move the army about? I grouped and degrouped them very quickly. So if you were to form a battle group with the letter G, that'll group them up. If you degroup, they'll instantly like move to the end. So by pressing G, you can arrange your armies quite nicely. It's a little trick that a lot of people tend to use just to get their armies so they're kind of at first glance. This is just their general now. Pincushion. How did I manage to miss with absolutely everything? Their general is incredibly dead at this point. Oh, in fact, look, I've found some cavalry units. Oh, look, there's some Principes there that haven't died. Where are you going? Okay, let's just end the battle there. We destroyed their army. If you press G on your keyboard, I don't know if it's... I don't know if there is a console version of Rome Total War. I wouldn't imagine so. I'm surprised I didn't get a Man of the Hour there, actually. Lebanon is expanded. We can queue that up. As has Alessia. Changes immediately put in. Now we go to the... Oh, Marcellus Lentulus is dead. It makes it a lot easier to see what's going on in the heat of battle. Yeah, that's why I do it. That's why a lot of people do it, is just so you can shift select a lot of units at once and you're only getting one kind. Template carries has been built. Crop rotation, please. Battle Woodrun's got a dockyard. Get irrigation. Carouse the shipwright. Get yourself some public baths. I saw a city up north here that wasn't very happy at all. Damn is not happy at all. Damn. That's happy. Back to the construction report. Carouse is a shipwright. I've dealt with that. Alessia's got an archery range. I've unintentionally dealt with Alessia already. Quincum's got a governance palace. Quincum, you can now build public baths. Croton's got a temple of Keres. Croton, you can get crop rotation. That'll be helpful overall. Larissa's got communal farming. Larissa can get... actually, crop rotation would be useful there. Thessalonians has got crop rotation. Sewers. I am a dumbass. Yeah, I'm not going to argue that. Can I do Medieval 2 stream soon? I don't plan on playing Medieval 2 anytime soon. To be completely honest. I'm gonna have to just merge this army up a bit. And this, and the last three can go in there. Last three can't go in there because it's an early cohort. You can just be disbanded then. This army is significantly weaker than I would have liked. but we can bolster it with a bit of...
Not possible, sir. Engage the enemy. Victory!
hiring and
Engage
firing.
the enemy. Besieging settlements, sir.
Don't really need rams at all. It's ladders and siege towers. 3 siege towers, or 3 ladders, 2 siege towers should be good enough. Messana should now be at the point where I can just
Engage the enemy.
assault it. Yes. Maintain the siege for now.
Under siege, sir.
Rhodes should also be at that point. And Rhodes is going to be the one that's going to be fun. Yes, Rhodes is now able to be assaulted, so we'll attack Rhodes. With Cornelius the Cunning, his 77 cavalry units, 77 cavalrymen, and 160 town watch. Cornelius the Cunning doesn't necessarily mean that he's smart. How do you attack the Senate before conquering the rest of the known world? You have to set off the Civil War, which I accidentally did by refusing to kill my faction leader.
So we must grasp our own fates and make what we will of them with an iron purpose. Today we face those masters of lies, arrogance, and dishonesty, the Brutii. They are a dangerous foe.
You can only attack the Senate when you're on...
They cower behind their walls.
I'm guessing you meant Egypt.
Many times I have faced these people, and
attacking the
still they
Senate
are too
requires
stupid
that
to
you
learn
have the
their
Roman
lesson.
Civil War
Today,
on the go.
Men will die to teach them afresh that they should simply run away. Now then, look to your
Which
front.
means that you have to
Mark your
have
target when it comes.
basically mass public support. Which basically you can only get by just expanding very aggressively. Now, if you're playing as a Roman faction, you're realistically going to want to get the Marian reforms before you start the Civil War. I kind of, unfortunately, didn't quite get Marian before the Civil War started. I was just about to get it. And then it all kicked off. As soon as this battle starts, I'm going to pause it so that I can get these rams all hitting simultaneously. Or as simultaneously as I can. So start the battle and immediately pause. And you go there. You go there. You go to that wall. And you go to that wall. So all these rams are now going to head off at the exact same time. You now have the power of people to attack it before. Yes. Alternatively, because there are 2 potential ways you can start it. Alternatively, you can annoy the Senate to such an extent that they want your faction leader dead, and they'll give you like ultimatums, you know, kill your faction leader right now, suicide your faction leader. If you turn them down, sometimes just once is enough, sometimes it'll be multiple times, you will get the Senate declaring war on you. This is exactly what I wanted. I've got 4 breaches being developed at once.
Our soldiers have done their work well. The battering ram has broken through the gate.
So the gate is gone.
Roman military
The walls are
engineering
gone.
triumphs once more. The walls are down. Order your men on to victory.
And in theory, I can win this with just these 4 units. In theory, in practice I probably won't, but... Let's just immediately charge at the general. Get my 4 cavalry units. Actually, I want them grouped. Okay, let's slow time down. Cavalry can come in as well. All the army can come in, all the archers can come in. Everybody run. Because this is Funhouse time, where we're just murdering the Brutii. Join the Discord, awesome. 5 more subs since like 5 minutes. It's been like, what, 25 4 odd today. Hilariously, this is my second channel. I've got a channel that's got like nearly 6,000 that doesn't do anywhere near as well when I stream in terms of like gaining subscribers. But I guess it's because I'm a lot more uptight on that one. Because this is just me chilling out and playing some Rome. You take on the Town Watch, why not? A legionary cohort will just destroy Town Watch. And as it turns out, 3 legionary cohorts absolutely destroys a Roman armor general. What doesn't help, however, is that he's about to get 4 more units of cavalry right up in his face. I mean, this is a battle that was always going to be won. I'm going to take the Colossus Roads, which is... where is it? Should be visible. There's the mausoleum over at Halicarnassus. There is, I think, the Great Pyramid. Oh, there's the Colossus. Just off the corner of the map there. There's the Colossus. There's my fleet. This is one of the few maps where you can actually see multiple wonders at once. There is the mausoleum. I think that's the mausoleum. And just out of sight is the could be the Temple of Artemis at Ephesus.
No honest Roman will weep, even though he was a countryman.
And all that's left to do is select all and move in on the 3 remaining Town Watch. Charge them. Oh, this dude's gonna get pincushioned badly.
Rome demands victory.
There's
from
the victory.
generals, and this day is clearly our victory.
There we go. Most of the subs on this channel aren't actually from my main one. I should mention that. These, like, I don't really mention this channel on my main one at all. Let's do a bit of the structure. So now we're about to get even more money because we've now got the Colossus of Rhodes. We need to get rid of the Temple of Mercury and build in its place a shrine to Jupiter. Repair the wall. And start building this place up. We'll hire an extra legionary cohort there. So, another army is going to get built here. Complete with onagers. And this army is going to go over and take Pergamum eventually. This army, actually both of these armies can head into Titus.
Engage the enemy! Besieging settlement, sir! Settlement under siege, sir! Orders!
And we can assault Titus immediately because we've got... We have onagers! Ooh. Ooh. This is the last Bruttii settlement!
If you can smell something right, that's your foes. They're scared, and it shows. But it's not a very dignified way to spend a night before a battle, is it? Still, that's what fear does to weaklings.
This is the end of the Bruttii.
Those overly proud Romans over there are the Bruttii. They think they are our equals, our enemies. I think
This
they are
is their
dead.
final settlement.
This is their last city, their last rat hole to hide in. Let them cower behind their walls, but it will do them no good. We have not come this far to turn back now. Harden your hearts. Put them all to the sword.
This is our moment of
triumph.
triumph against the Bruttii. Unfortunately, the Bruttii and Scipii never really did anything in this campaign. They didn't expand as such, so the Civil War has been a lot shorter than it probably would have been.
But remember that the base curve still has a
Like, I'm only now building up multiple armies, and that's mainly to fight off Egypt.
Today, when we win,
Because the plan is, and here is the plan, and it probably won't go all work plan is I'm going to get as many armies as I can landed in Egypt at once. And I'm going to try and take as many Egyptian settlements as I can in one turn.
Let us harden our hearts and think of Rome.
Because if I can take a lot of their settlements at once, they won't really have a single avenue by which they can come back. And that is the end of the general's speech. Onagers. There you go. Praetorian cohort. I want you to be lookout here. You're probably going to get shot up a bit, but that's fine.
This is hopeful.
My reinforcements are here, but they won't be of any use. What do they have on the wall here? They've got... It looks to be... Yeah, legionary cohort. And they've got some... They've got their general directly behind the wall. And over... That's all they have apart from... Over here, they've got some... Velites. Ugh. The last great force of the Brugii is some auxiliaries, some legionaries, a general, and some velites. The last great bastion of fake Roman hope for the Brugii.
Engineering
oh hey look, my managers can hit their auxilia.
Order your men on to victory.
Boom. Oh. That got one. Nope, missed. Oh, one of these is gonna hit directly. Oh. Two more men down. One more man down. That was a well-timed reformation. They aren't very accurate. I know they're not very accurate. I'm just taking pot shots and... I've got the ammo, I might as well take pot shots at them. Like, this battle's won before it's even begun. I'm just saving myself some manpower by taking pot shots with the onagers. That's honestly what I'm doing. It's just like, yeah, let's see what we can do with these. I mean, we've taken out 60 odd men and not lost a single man here, so I count that as a victory in itself. The onagers have actually run out of ammo now, which means there is only one thing to do, and that is to move in the Praetorians, because fuck the Brugii. Just, no, I'm not... I'm not dealing with the Brugii. I'm going to annihilate the Brugii. Also, the Auxilia can come in and just take the gateway. So they've got a unit of Auxilia standing there, hoping, upon hope, that they won't die. But as the Praetorians come in, they slowly realize that it's not going to end well for them. The Praetorians are the first sign of defeat. The fact that it's being followed up... Well, the fact that this single Praetorian cohort is being followed up by 5 more and then 5 more legions is, and a unit of auxilia that's just as a backup, is just look at the pin cushioning that's going on here. I don't want to select the cavalry just yet, but I do want to select this unit. You get in and just pin cushion the legionary cohort, because apparently that wasn't everything you had. So you're going to try launching their javelins. Didn't quite work for them. However, my guys still, I think, are trying to launch theirs. Oh yeah, here come the javelins. And here comes another bunch. Yeah, this isn't going to end well for this poor legionary cohort. Like, the Praetorians are actually pushing forwards. This is how badly it's going for the Brute guys. The Praetorians are surrounded, have less men, and are still actively pushing forward. In fact, let's make it a bit easier on the Praetorians here. Well, I didn't need to. Let's move some archers in. They're gonna get shot up a bit, but that's gonna be fine. Where's this legion that's... What the crap? The Auxilia and the legionary cohort are actually coming from the far side of the city. Ah, they're part of the reinforcement army. Yeah, let's make it a bit easier. You guys, could you just throw a load of javelins, please? In fact, could you just charge in and destroy them? That would be nice. The Praetorian cohort that was on 111 earlier is now down to 103 men. This legionary cohort now has less men officially. And it's about to have a lot less men officially. Must be happy they don't have onagers or archers. No, I don't think it's that much of a deal. I don't think it's that much to worry about, even if they did have onagers or archers. I would have dealt with them initially, and this would still be happening the exact way that it's happening now. It's just that there'd probably be a single plucky onager crew that'd be like, hey, we can do this. Okay, take that. You guys take this. You guys get up on there. Just gonna speed up time again to get everything in order. Praetorians are filing up. We've got the gateway.
Our soldiers have done well this day.
We've got the
wall.
wall.
Walls are taken.
Actually, yeah, Unit 2. Or Group 2, I should say. Group 2, you actually had a bright idea there, which is just kind of charge into the city and get straight to the center. Because you're the weaker legions. What the actual issue is going to be getting the Praetorians on the move so that they can cause maximum damage. This Praetorian cohort can come around to this wall right there. And the other Praetorian cohort that's presumably on the wall. Yes, once you're somewhat in position. Actually, the auxiliary here might be better suited. You can come down and go to here. Looks like Group 2 has actually made it to the center of town. They're in a bit of trouble, but it shouldn't actually be that much of an issue. They're taking on the enemy general, which, you know, that can cause some hassle. But it's going to be energy levels that cause the issue there. Also the fact that they've kind of been shot up quite a bit. Right. Praetorians, can you get off the wall? Because you're going to be the backup crew here. Are there any auxiliary not up on the wall at the moment? 3 or 4. Could you guys reform like back here? Like up on the wall back here, so that the issues are solved. With some more deaths. Probably not, I would have probably dealt with them with the onagers. This is going to be the last battle of this session, this stream, because I'm probably going to need to go run for food shortly afterwards. In fact, I probably shouldn't even be doing this battle. I kind of got carried away. That's fine. And it looks like this group is now holding its own against the armored general, which is good. Gonna be some trouble, but you know, they're probably all gonna collapse, but it's just a case of doing as much damage as I can to the general as quickly as I can. And tiring the general out, because I do have the Praetorians resting up over by the wall still. And 2 units working explicitly to capture the walls. Would you run, please, guys? One of which is a Praetorian cohort, making its way as quickly as it can along the walls. So how's the Chaos Brigade doing? Being murdered out by the cavalry, but that's fine. You guys all together yet? No, we've got... Ooh, more men than I thought. Waiting to get up. Archers. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start creating a defensive line here. So you guys can stand there. You 5 units, because I'm expecting them to throw something at me. I'm fully expecting the Brugii to try throwing something at me. And I'm not sure what. And I want the archers to form up here like this. I'm going to form a bit of a death bowl there. They're in fact sending units at me. I knew it. I'm sending some auxilia, which are kind of being trolled by the fact that the walls mostly don't belong to them anymore. In fact, I think they're being shot by the walls currently. The plan is the death ball is just going to wait there. It's just not going to do anything. For now, it's just going to sit and wait. Because the archers can outrange pretty much anything else on the battlefield right now. And if I can get these guys down to the southern gate, that'll be perfect. If I can get these guys also down to the southern gate, which they're very close to it as is, that'd be brilliant. When's the next stream? It's going to be Friday. So I'm going to be streaming on my main channel tomorrow for my birthday stream, because reasons. And then Friday I'll be streaming on here again, chilling out, playing some more Rome. Hopefully, fingers crossed, the plan is to wipe out the Scipii on Friday. And start making waves with the remainder of the Greeks. Now, what I could do, in theory, is start moving my archers and stuff up and just do a bit of battle of attrition here. Apologies for motoring on thinking. What I could do is I could also bring in my cavalry. What I could do, I'm just going to say this out loud, is I could bring my Praetorians up to this point here, move my archers up to here, and just start firing on whatever comes near over here and start nudging them up that way. What I could also do is bring in the cavalry and just have them run roughshod over the Brutii. In fact, I think the cavalry do need to come in regardless, seeing as we now own the majority of the city. I think the best tactic is in fact going to be moving the Praetorians. So this is the largest unit I've got in the city currently. So let's move you up to here. And we'll start stacking Praetorians up here. Now, the reason I'm stacking them, number one, is it'll affect morale. Number two is it'll defend the archers. Number three is it looks kind of cool to just have a giant block of Praetorians. And the archers can sit in behind. So if I select all until you auto run. And then just select, we'll say, an onager. Just as a placeholder. What is my main channel? It's called MoonbowDave Gaming. It's a farm sim channel, which annoys me at times, but it's where I kind of really got started with YouTube as a thing. I think we may now have taken the entirety of the walls. Yes, we have in fact taken the entirety of the walls. That's fantastic. So no matter where the Brutii go now, they're going to be shot. I'm not Tom X55. What makes you think I'm Tom X55 is English? Just look at this mass of Praetorians, who, by the way, actually are now firing at will. So, if the archers don't get you, and you decide to charge, the Praetorians are going to launch all of the spears at you. That's fine, Killian. That's the first time I've ever been confused for Tom, though. I've spoken to him a bit. A few things, and nice guy. I don't mind being confused for Tom X. Sounds like their velities have met the wrath of the. Let's slow this down because the Praetorians are about to launch. Oh no, they're not, because the velities have collapsed from the archer fire. Now the funny thing is, I could take out the general straight away with the Praetorians. I think it's more funny to try and take them out with just archer fire. So that's the velities down. The archers are still firing because their general is within range. Yep, the general is completely within range here. Which means there's going to be pot shots taken at the general's unit. I think the AI might just camp it there for now. Or what is the general's unit doing? I could win by default here. What the fuck is the general doing? But if you're gonna be that dumb That's perfectly fine by me. I'm just gonna have the majority of my army charge it. And there's a single legionary cohort man who thinks he can take out my Praetorians. Their general's down to 45 men. The cavalry is coming in at a flanking angle. The cavalry is going to hit into the back of their general. My cavalry is going to destroy their general. As is the second, well, the sixth, I guess, Praetorian cohort. My cavalry is coming around now. It's going to come in and slam into the back there. Their general is all that remains. We've killed 93% of their army. This is a full 7% of the remaining Brutii forces that are of any worth. When will the stream end? When we're done with this battle, effectively. I need to actually record from the main channel. Whoops. And have some food and stuff. And deal with reality instead of being all fun and happy on YouTube. So yeah, 20 men left. The only Brutii army that matters now.
The enemy show their true virtue.
We could have just let the battle end there, because that would have killed the Brutii off. And that
this is a heroic
is the end of the Brutii.
Roman arms.
In the final Brutii battle, they managed to kill 1,073 men. That's quite a lot. But they deployed so few that I didn't need to be efficient.
Victory and glory!
Tylus is now Roman. Also burnt to the ground. The House of Brutii has been destroyed. And Tylus has been slightly sort of burnt to the ground. Hey, they still got my Shrine to Keres. How did this single legionary survive? Let's repair the wall and get a -+1 build. I wasted Hastati. I wasted a lot of stuff. So, I think we're at the point now where Arretium would be a good capital. Let's move the capital to Arretium and see what happens up in Ireland and England, effectively. Because that's going to make Italy a lot happier. It's actually more of the fringes that I'm worried about. Yeah, I think that's the best case scenario capital we've got at the moment is Arretium. Which can now get high taxes. I think in the next stream I'll start off by I'll be streaming again Friday, Alien Lab BG. I think in the next stream we'll start off by trying to work out taxes for everybody now. Because moving the capital means that the taxes all need to be recalculated everywhere. Get these two ships merged up with this ship as well. That's a nice fleet to carry the army down to North Africa to deal with the remnants of the Scipii. A lot of pirate fleets on the go now because the Brutii have been destroyed entirely. Which isn't good, but it'll do. The Greeks will be next on my chopping block. As will the Cretan rebels, which have somehow taken Crete. But that is going to be it for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, hit the like button, why not? And consider subscribing as well. I'll be streaming again Friday with some more Rome Total War. Until then, I'll leave you by saying, I've been MoonbowDave. You've been watching Rome Total War. Until next time, stay safe. And goodbye. It's time for a tactical retreat.